Hello everyone, and welcome to Doom Eternal, a very special one-shot in partnership with our friends at Bethesda and id Software. And we are super excited to bring the special branded one-shot to life from a franchise that many of us have been fans of for a very long time, myself, since early middle school, back in the Stone Age. I think Sam learned about it this morning.
Go Doom! Love Doom!
But yeah, I think a few of us have quite a bit of experience with this over time. And we're super stoked to be part of this. For those of you who aren't familiar with Doom Eternal, it is an amazing and badass FPS game where Hell's armies have invaded Earth, and you, the Doomslayer, must conquer demons across dimensions to stop the final destruction of humanity. Now, remember that first part, though. The game is out on March 20th for Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Stadia, and you can find more info and pick up the game at critwell.com/Doom Eternal. I wanted to give Doom that one. I've already got mine ready to download. But big thanks to Bethesda and id Software for their support and letting us have fun in the Doom universe. Let's go ahead and introduce everyone at the table. First off, I'm Matthew Mercer. I will be the game master for this session, and I'm so excited. That's enough from me. Starting on this side, we have Taliesin Jaffe here, playing as the Marauder, one of the many demons, which, by the way, everyone here is playing demons.
Yes.
The Marauder, which you nicknamed...
His name is Krill.
Krill.
Yes.
Krill the Marauder.
All right.
Perfect. To the side here, we have Anjali Bhimani.
Hello.
Playing as the fantastic Pain Elemental. If you want to show up your pieces of your demons, if
she's fantastic, and her name is Phyllis. She heard this name off-world somewhere, and she liked it, so she took it like the souls she takes.
I'm so excited. All right, fantastic. And first time here at the table with us, very happy to have Jasmine Pilar joining us as the Revenant.
Yes, it's true. I'm Reva Mashentear, the saucy Revenant of the party. Very excited to be here.
Fantastic. We have our resident dunce, Sam Riegel, joining us at the table as the excited newbie to be joining us here in the world of Doom, playing as the Archvile.
Right, yeah, so I'm the Archvile.
No.
Ichabod. And although I am the resident dunce, Ichabod is the smartest one on the table, so probably fancies himself a little bit more in charge than the rest. But we'll see if that sticks. And if this voice sticks.
Also viable. And to finish up our troop of demons for tonight's game, we have Laura Bailey playing as Mancubus.
I'm Mancubus!
Nicknamed
Mancubus! I'm a demon!
Perfect. Can't ask for a better introduction. Well, with our troop of demonic entities gathered, I think it's time for us to jump into tonight's one-shot of Doom Eternal. So, in the year 2095, the Union Aerospace Corporation conducted a geological survey of Mars, discovering a strange and unique phenomenon known as the Argent Fracture, a dimensional rift to a dimension dominated by vicious demons. Under the leadership of Dr. Samuel Hayden, the UAC developed exotic technologies based on ancient artifacts from the infernal dimension. They learned to harness and extract what they called Argent Energy. Now, the UAC grew powerful, supplying Earth and humanity with a new, rich form of energy for over 50 years, albeit while obfuscating the source. Over time, the fiendish influence of Hell corrupted the personnel of the UAC, forming a demon-worshipping cult within the corporation that rose and broke open the very gates of Hell, unleashing the demonic hordes upon the Mars facility. All was lost until an ancient warrior known by the demons of hell as the Doom Slayer broke free from his chains. The Slayer, an unstoppable force of wrath, tore through the invading hordes, ending the reign of the cult leader and sealed the portal to hell, using an ancient energy weapon known as the Crucible, stopping the invasion. Hayden, believing society's reliance on Argent energy too important and unwilling to end his research, stole the Crucible, banished the Doomslayer from the earthly realm, and continued to harvest Argent energy using the Crucible weapon. Hayden's desire to exploit Argent energy came at an apocalyptic cost. The forces of hell could not be stopped. A mass invasion of Earth by demons brought humanity to its knees. Much of the surface lays burning and poisoned as the landscape twists to the presence of Hell's armies. Hulking demons roam and hunt the ruins, dragging whomever they find to their screaming end. The few survivors who resist the invasion formed the ARC, a resistance military helmed by the now humbled Dr. Hayden himself. Using Argent technology to fight the hordes head-on, they mount up in exosuits and battle mechs to wade into the losing battle. You, however, relish in this destruction, as you are each champion demons of the armies of hell. Brutal, violent engines of destruction who helped slaughter the remnants of the Night Sentinels of Argent and claimed their realm as your own. Now, with the dominion of Earth nigh, you've been called by the infernal bishop of the Blood Temple, Dreg Grav. The stone steps of the Blood Temple before you, you gather your senses and patiently foster your bloodlust as you ascend, meeting for the first time as you climb towards the apex of the temple itself.
I've never been here before. Have you been here before?
Of course I've been here before, lots of times. It's just right up there.
What's inside?
Evil stuff.
I like evil stuff.
Yeah, of course we all do. We're demons. We're demons.
Bad
Well, if you've been here before, lead the way.
Sure. Of course I will. It's right up these stairs here. Just on my 6 as we go. I heard.
Like single file? I just don't see the point.
Go.
All right.
Go up the stairs.
You all ascend the temple stairs, coming to its apex, where you can see the stone rising archways and the strangely almost non-Euclidean structuring of this temple top. There you see a cloaked figure towering above you at the very, very zenith, shrouded in shadow. The voice quakes around you, sourceless and terrifying. Elements of a gray, withered face peer from beneath the hood, eyes burning like coals atop a twisted grin. You immediately sense this is the presence of Dreg Grav.
Whoa.
Their world burns. The smoke, roiling banners of imminent victory. As their flesh fails, their bones scatter. Some still cling to hope in a defiant act of arrogant futility. The one known as Samuel Hayden, the one who claimed the Crucible, now works against us. He hides within an earthly military base, one that could not avoid our sight. We believe here he toys with his Argent power and has come to create a weapon of mild concern. I know enough to not give in to hubris and underestimate the intellect of Dr. Hayden. I have selected you, proven instruments of hell, to claw your way into this place. Kill what gets in your way,
Take what is useful. Scrounge for what information might aid this endeavor. Might teach you about this weapon and its essence. Destroy it and end Dr. Samuel Hayden. Our hordes now assail the perimeter of this, drawing resources to the front line, away from its belly. You are to strike directly, and with absolute brutality. Do not fail me. Go forth.
And you watch as his arm lifts and a portal tears open, showing you a reddish-orange skyline filled with blackened smoke across a cracked and broken earthen ground.
Launch! Charge through.
Oh!
Macubus just takes the initiative.
I like him. I follow.
We run very slowly towards him.
One of us floating slowly by.
I fire up my axe and make my way through the portal.
Archvile.
Of course, you have chosen your champions wisely, my lord. I have a camera around my neck. It's got like scrapes and stuff on it. It was a human camera that I just sort of scavenged from someone.
Okay.
I just was wondering if I could just, just take a selfie of us before we go. Do your bidding.
Make a persuasion roll.
Persuasion for selfie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 20. To document the fury that we will unleash.
You watch as one of the great entities, these priests of hell, looks into and through you, leans closely to you, his teeth bared, the smell of the brimstone on his breath swimming in the air around you.
Only if you have the right filter.
I'll do even better. Reva, touch-ups.
I've got your back. And I pull out like soot and dried up blood that I've arranged in a beautiful palette. Oh, it's an honor to work on you. To just give you the most lovely smoky eye. I see you already have a bit going on. I could do magic. We do magic together.
Maybe just on me.
Quickly.
All right, let's just do it.
Yeah,
You take it.
So your arm's not about.
Okay, good.
Now, go.
Yes, my lord. We rush ahead. How did you get that?
I doot. From time to time when I get excited, I can't help it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it just comes out of me. I just doot.
You doot?
I doot.
On we go.
Just bursts forth.
As you charge through the infernal portal, your massive, dangerous, murderous demon frames touching down on the broken earth beneath your feet. For those of you who have feet. Sorry, Phyllis.
No feet. Angry.
You emerge at the base of a giant red mesa. You can see the red rock climbing high into the nightmare smoke-choked orange sky. Here you can see the distant, twisted remnants of a city under siege, flashes of gunfire and explosions in the distance. A loud rocks the air as you look behind to see a major battle ensuing less than a mile from you. You've arrived right behind enemy lines, unnoticed so far. As you look ahead at the mesa, there before you, a brown and red painted metal door stands 20 feet wide, 10 feet tall. Above it, 2 large turrets fire heavy artillery over you towards the distant battlefront. You assume this is the entrance to the base. How do you wish to proceed?
What are we supposed to do again?
Enter the structure, find the weapon, destroy it, and also kill Dr. Samuel Hayden of the ARC.
What kind of weapon are we up against? Is it a gun? Is it a really big gun?
I think we'll know it when we see it.
What about those big guns? Do we need to worry about those big guns?
Not if we're behind them. I'm looking at the door.
I'm looking at the door, trying to see if there's anything fishy about it. Like, does it look like something we can just open and go barreling
Make
through?
an investigation check.
Oh, okay.
As you kind of float up and start inspecting it.
I'm looking
As I'm gonna
around. Are
flip.
there any humans that
Looking.
are close that I can eat?
Not nearby, unfortunately. All of them are towards the front lines.
Investigation 13.
13. You don't see any tricks to it, though you do see there are a few power cables at the very, very apex of it that emerge from some of the rock and seem to be connected to a locking mechanism that kind of fits at multiple places along where the split of the doors currently lies.
You, big guy. Look at these wires. Can you cut them?
Me?
I guess.
I've got no hands. I could.
All right. Hey, wait.
Maybe you could, like,
I wanna
shoot
see how
them
this
with
works out.
your large gun.
Is he shooting them?
I could.
Or is he chewing them?
Sure.
Okay. What's the range on your heavy cannons?
30.
30 to 60 feet.
Yeah, they're about 20 feet at the top of the door, so you can go ahead and fire up at them. Go ahead and make 2 attack rolls against the locking mechanism's power cable.
Plus 5.
I rolled an 18 and a 19.
I'm going to say that hits. Go ahead and roll damage for both of those.
Okay.
It
12 damage.
12 damage.
Yeah.
Both of them impact. You watch as a blaze of sparks goes flying as both cables kind of flail about for a bit before the power goes limp and the doors begin to open.
I really like it.
Excellent work,
Well done.
As you
Go through the door.
all right, you guys enter. There you go. Mancubus has entered the door.
All right.
He just kind of went in.
Incubus is takes
thought
the bull
you
by the horn, sort of.
I thought you were the leader of the
We're slow enough that you can catch up and stop us if you ever want to.
Mancubus moves pretty slow.
Oh, you've literally moved 3 feet since
Pretty
you said,
much.
okay. All right.
Mancubus, as you've plowed in before everybody else, as you're all waiting outside, you step into what looks like some sort of a loading bay. You can see sort of metallic pillars on the sides. There are many crates, like metallic boxes that contain the ones that are partially open, artillery shells that probably were loaded into the turrets above. You can see there are 3 workers that are currently moving materials out, and 2 armored ARC Marines standing there that all of a sudden all turn to look towards you as the doors open.
How far away are they?
About 20 feet from you. Let's go ahead and roll some initiative.
Oh, initiative. Is
Yeah.
that all of us?
Do it.
Yeah. Though you have an advantage on yours, Mancubus, because you were the first one in.
Okay.
Ooh. Sickening beats just started.
It's a -1.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, I have advantage on initiative, you said?
Yes, because you got in there first. All right. Okay, 25 to 20.
Natural 20.
Oh, damn, Mancubus is up front. Mancubus, you got it. All right. All right, 20 to 15.
15.
15, we have the Marauder. We have Krill. All right, 15 to 10.
13.
12, all right. So we have, here's Riva. We have Phyllis. The demons. All right, and
Ichabod rolled an 8.
all right, keep on the Archvile coming up there. And then,
Just too busy fixing your makeup.
all right, so catching them off guard, you can see them all spin and try and get their weapons out ready, but you kind of got the jump on them with the unexpected arrival. Mancubus, you're up first. Who are you going for? They're the 2 Marines and they're the workers.
I'm gonna go for the Marines. 1 cannon for each Marine.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. 16 for one and 10 for the other.
The second one misses, but the first one does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Creel, you're on deck.
7 damage.
7 points in. You blast the Marine with your heavy cannon. He kind of falls back for a second. Gets back up, and you can see the armor's kind of cracked a bit, and a little bit of red is showing beneath. His blood's beginning to pour from the wound. He's, took a fair hit.
Nice.
Finishing. Are you?
What's nearby me?
Nearby, you can see there's an artillery crate where 2 of the workers are currently standing, and they're both kind of frozen with fear, and they're about to drop and run.
Are there tanks? Are there...
No tanks in this space.
Okay.
It's just a loading bay. Looks like they're loading equipment through, and most of it's just an empty space, right?
And there's nothing up high? There's nothing like levels around me?
You do see there are a couple of catwalks about maybe 25 feet up on the right and left sides of the chamber.
Can I use my movement to move forward and infernally leap 30 feet in the air and land on the catwalk?
Sure. Yeah. You lumber over and jump, and then you land on the catwalk, which kind of bends a little bit under your weight, but holds.
All right.
Finishing your go. Creel, you're up. Riva on deck.
Are the 2 Marines next to each other?
They're about 10 feet from each other.
Perfect. I'm going to take a running leap, double leap up at the one that just got hit by the cannon.
Okay, so the one's already wounded. As it's recoiling, getting his weapon ready, you leap and jump in the air, then leap a second time off of some sort of arcane platform that briefly apparates beneath you.
I'm going to stand right in front of him and take a shot with the axe. The infernal axe.
Swing with the axe against him.
That's 14.
14 hits. You can go roll damage.
That's 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay, you strike him. He looks hurt.
Taking another hit.
Go for it.
Oh, that definitely hits 20.
That hits, yeah. Roll damage.
Oh, that's better. 15 points of damage.
Whoa. 15.
I'm just going to cleave shoulder to hip. I'm just going to try and get a
That's
nice
enough to finish
slice all the way through.
As the first hit kind of pulls him back, and he withdraws some pain, gets his weapon up, and before he can even get it to your face, the second swing carves through. You watch him kind of stand for a second as he slides open, splattering into 2 halves. His friend goes, Jason!
Turn to the other one. All right.
That's that. You got it. Riva, you're up.
All right. I fire up my jetpack and fly through the air with a great speed. Cool. And I land right in front of the other worker, and I just say, "Happy birthday!" I just fire off a rocket.
Go for it.
Point blank?
Point blank. I'm reckless.
Is one of the workers or the Marine?
One of the workers.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Great,
and I'm
great.
wriggling. 20.
20 definitely hits. You can go ahead and roll damage on that.
10 fire damage.
He immediately explodes. Pieces go flying everywhere in this gory detonation.
Confetti!
It's going to sprays and rains a bit in the moment. Since you were so close to him, it kind of sprays you a bit. The other 2 workers go, and they drop the artillery shells to go ping, ping on the ground, and they're both ready to go for a sprint. You still have, I believe, you can shoot 2 rockets in a round.
Ooh. I want to shoot one of them while they're running away.
Go for it.
It's an 11.
11 still hits. They don't have armor on. They're workers. They're they're civilians.
9.
9 damage. He goes running away and looks over his shoulder in that final kind of, pillar of salt Sodom Gomorrah moment. And it's just scattered into dust and flesh against the wall. The one worker is just like high-pitched screaming and trying to run towards, you can see another set of double doors that are still about 10 feet wide that lead into a larger chamber beyond it on the opposite side of the room. That finishes your turn. All right, finishing with Riva, it brings it to Phyllis.
So wait, what's left? We have a Marine?
You have one Marine who hasn't been damaged yet, who's getting ready to bring his weapon up and fire. Gesundheit. And there is one worker that is now fleeing from the blood spray that is his 2 friends.
All right, I don't trust this Marine. All right, first thing up, shields! And immediately, this wall of faces comes out in front of me. And you see the faces of so many souls that I've eaten, protecting me from everything. And I float away behind Mancubus.
All right.
I'm just going to hide here behind you, darling.
Here's the great thing. You're a little bit slower than Mancubus. You are predominantly the slowest member of the party, so you don't quite get to Mancubus, but you're like cruising your way there.
I like you. I really like you. I like your style. Get me away from this Marine.
So go ahead and roll your dice for your soul shield.
For my soul hero.
Should be
3d8.
3d8.
3d8 plus 8 temporary hit points you gain.
Ooh.
No, it's not slouchy.
15. 19.
Plus 8. So
Plus 8. So 27.
So write that down, 27 temporary hit points on top of you.
Wow.
You got it. Okay. So finishing your go, Phyllis, Ichabod, you are up, and then it's the ARC.
So there's one Marine, one worker.
Correct.
The worker's fleeing.
Yes.
Hasn't reached the door yet.
No.
Okay. Right. Ichabod will try to prevent the worker from leaving by by raising my flaming hands. Right.
Yep.
And casting a spell of rolling fire right at the fellow who's running away. I want it to roll like a bowling ball right at him. Natural 1.
It careens very wide.
Put a little spin on it.
That's okay. You can attack with rolling fire twice in one turn.
Okay, I will reposition the rolling ball as it rolls for a 17.
17 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
8 points of fire damage.
8 points of fire damage. Arcing it back, it kind of spins into a flame tornado at the last minute, curling into him as he goes running, arms out, and he's about to shout into the next chamber before the flames just engulf him. You hear a brief scream as the heat absorbs any ability for him to speak or make noise before he just slowly becomes a cinder on the ground.
Excellent. I will use my relatively slow speed to enter the room. And then as a bonus action, I will teleport right next to the other Marine and just sort of...
Alrighty, so as you stomp in, you appear right next to him, and his weapon was originally traced onto you, but then you catch his attention, he spins instinctually, and it is his turn. Sure. He's gonna go ahead and attack with the burst rifle. So immediately just tries to unload into the archvile. That is a 16 to hit. What is your
That hits.
Alright. You take 8 points of piercing damage as a burst fire round goes blasting into your side, kind of doing a little bit of damage, but not enough to really bother you too much at the moment. He is going to attempt to back away from both of you. He's currently feeling kind of pushed in by each of you. You are not quite close enough to get melee with him, so you're not going to attack opportunity because you're attacking the other guy. You, however, just go ahead and roll an attack roll as he rushes away from you.
All right. Well, I don't have an unarmed strike.
Just tell me what you roll.
19.
19, that hits. All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna, if I can, pick up a half of the dead Marine and try to slam him with it as.
I'll allow it. So go ahead and roll a d4 and add your strength modifier.
D4 plus strength. 2 plus 2 is, I don't know, I'm a demon.
Alrighty. So yeah, you slam him for 4 damage. He gets hit and runs away, and kind of in a very Jurassic Park moment, like looks and sees the friend's arm on his shoulder before it stumbles into his grip, and he's like, ah! And throws it off him, and he's going into a full sprint into the next chamber.
He got in there?
He's at the doors, and he's just crossing the threshold because he did manage to run away. He's starting to shout. So he did manage to make his way in there and start calling attention to whatever's in the next room. That brings us to top of the round. Mancubus.
How far away is he?
From you, I'd say he's about 40 feet.
I'm gonna run along the catwalk, jump 30 feet, and land behind him.
And I'm gonna
flamethrower him from behind.
This torrent of flame comes spewing forth out of your
These ones
arm
are the flamethrowers,
Yep.
those ones are the cannons. Yeah.
So for that, it says...
They have to succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, you got it. All right. That is a... Oh, actually, that is an 18. Rolled really high on that.
Oh. Well, he still gets half damage.
Yeah.
14 plus 4 is 18.
18, so takes 9 points of fire damage. The flames engulf him. He yells out in pain and still trying to run and make his way into the next room. He's still standing.
I should have cannoned him, but it looked fun.
Of course. It was pretty fun. Creel, you're up.
I'm gonna take my full running speed try and catch up with this Marine. I'm gonna get. I've got an 80. If I burn a bonus action, I can.
Yeah, you are
I'm really
quick on
fast.
the ground.
I'm gonna try and cut him off, get right in his face. I'm pulling out the Hellfire shotgun.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try and get it right underneath the lip of the helmet. See if I can get in there.
Go for it. Roll for an attack.
Come on. Ah, that's a 18.
That's an 18 that definitely hits, and because he was in 5 feet of you, you do an additional D10 fire damage. Yeah.
All right. So
go for it.
That's 13. That's 13, 20, 23 fire damage to the head. Get it right in there.
As it unleashes, his head just scatters, leaving the shoulders smoking, a little bit of flame kind of burning as a cinder in there. Yep.
I start scarfing.
Just like,
Picking up bits, tearing them off, feeding them to you. There, you aren't, because you don't have arms. You can't pick them up.
feed myself.
That's amazing. Well, that gets you just past the doors into the chamber, since you're at the front now. As you pull the shotgun back to reload and look back over, you are now in a much larger chamber than the one you were just in. This looks like a main hall of a battlement. This has 6 large metallic pillars, kind of in pairs, that are load-bearing on this high 50-foot ceiling above you. You can see all manner of like exosuits that are kind of set up to the side, and you can see one other Marine standing there with 2 other workers that have all turned to spin. And the one Marine that's there looks more heavily armored than the ones you had previously fought and is shouting orders. The workers are trying to run northward. And behind him, you see come online. It looks like a battle mech, about 12 feet tall, a person within an exoskeleton made of metal that's Argent powered, getting its weapons online. I'm going to go ahead and roll to see what his...
No.
These guys cannot roll initiative.
Looks fun.
All right. Finishing Krill's turn, that brings us to Riva.
I think I have a little bit of a crazy idea.
Yeah, do it.
You said these workers, they were holding artillery shells?
Yes.
I'm going to take one of them,
Okay. You grab it.
and I'm going to hand it to Mancubus and tell him to throw it at them. On Mancubus's turn, of course.
I don't have any hands, though.
I'm not strong enough to throw it. I have to admit, I've skipped arm day a few
I
times.
can't even hold on to it.
Oh,
It's like a devil stick performance.
It's a devil stick.
Maybe this was the wrong person to ask. Maybe I should have asked Ichabod to throw it.
I have beautiful hands.
You could stand there and hold it in preparation for when Ichabod can catch up to you. if you
Ooh,
want to.
okay. I do this.
Yeah,
I
Ichabod's not
stand. Almost like I'm setting up for a football shot. Like I've got it all ready to go. And then
All right.
he can come and kick it.
Ooh,
All right, you got
Get
it.
a running start.
all right.
Perfect. So you're Lucy in the football holding the artillery shell out there.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Kneeled, and I've got one hand right on the top of it. I'm ready to go.
I love it. All right,
Yes.
finishing Riva's turn. Phyllis, you're up.
I see this thing come online, and I decide to shoot a soul at it. Who should I shoot at it? Who have I eaten lately that would be good against it?
I don't know. Where have you been lately?
Oh, I shoot the soul of someone called Johnny Cash. He sang about a ring of fire. He sang about something called a ring of fire, and I wanted to consume the demon thingy.
Alrighty.
The non-demon thingy. So I shoot a lost soul and say, take my ring of fire.
Okay, because
All of your souls celebrities.
I don't, what's a celebrity?
so
They're delicious, I can tell you that.
you are somewhat slow. You only move about 25 feet as you fly through the air in that direction. The battle mech is about, I'd say, 100 feet from you. So
But
what's the
I
range?
have the range on this.
What's the range on your soul shield projectile?
No, this is lost soul. That's what I was. The lost soul.
Oh, are you okay? Got you.
I'm not shooting all of them.
Okay, got you.
I need to
So,
keep my
okay, looking at the range is 60 for the first increment and 120, so you do have disadvantage in the attack roll. Give it a shot.
Okay.
Because you are a ways away from it.
18.
$18.
And roll it again and whatever.
13. Plus 7. So 20.
So 20 still hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Roll damage for the lost soul.
2d. 13 plus 4 is 17.
17 points of necrotic damage, I believe. So the lost soul kind of screams, ring of fire, blasts into the front of the mech. You can see the black and necrotic energy, the soul energy, infiltrate the armor, and the pilot inside kind of scream out as his skin kind of darkens slightly. That's a nice hit.
That was fun.
That's pretty good. All right, that finishes your turn, Phyllis. Now it is the battle mech's turn.
Oh, no.
I don't like that.
The battle mech now kind of comes like lumbering forward. You're the one right in its way, immediate visual range. It's going to go ahead and you see its plasma cannons whir up. The inside of them begin to light as it makes 2 shots against you. Okay. And because of its targeting system, it has advantage on attack rolls with ranged weapons. So that's a good thing, too. 9.
No.
The second one, however, is a 19. All right, so you do take 12 points of plasma damage as it bursts. The second one just goes wide and goes flying in the initial chamber you guys entered. That's going to end the battle mech's turn. Now it comes to Ichabod.
Oh.
The Archvile.
Field goal! Field goal!
Yeah, of course. How close is the battle mech?
Battle mech moved 40 feet from its base, so close to where you are, I'd say it's about 35 to 40 feet from you.
All right. I'm going to just test the wind real quick. And then take a few steps and then field goal kick one of the big bullet thingies.
That's a great idea.
Right at the battle mech.
All right. Because you are helping, technically, since your action is set it up, I'll give you advantage on this check. Make a strength check for me with advantage.
Ooh. That's not my stat. Okay. Just a strength. Okay. 15.
15. As you kick, a little bit of your archvile flame kind of engulfs the bullet, the artillery shells. You could see it begin to engulf, and you hear that sound of like a popcorn kettle about to go off. Like it detonates right as it reaches the front of the battle mech, exploding in its face. Shrapnel go flying. Go ahead and roll 3d6 piercing damage, if you don't mind, for me. It's gonna make a dex save.
11 points.
Nope, that's a fail. 11 points of piercing damage against the battle mech. Alrighty. And it now has disadvantage on attacks for the next round, I'll say, because the shrapnel temporarily blinded the pilot.
Yeah.
I give a high five. But not because of coronavirus.
You got it. All right, finishing.
And I'll just enter the room if I have any more movement, or go towards the marine, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So you've now kind of got a little bit past where the Marauder is.
Okay.
Where Krill is. All right, finishing that, it comes to the ARC Marine Commander. He's going to go ahead and make 2 burst rifle attacks against you, since you're the one who just entered.
I'm a football star.
That is going to be a 15.
Hits.
And a natural 20.
Hits.
No. All right. That is 7 points of piercing damage from the first one.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. That's 23 points of damage from the second one.
Oh, no.
Has an ability called Coordinated Attack. When it makes an attack, it can order another ARC unit to attack along with it. It's going to go ahead and order the battle mech to go ahead and make a ranged plasma shot at you.
No.
With disadvantage because it was blinded. Which puts it at an 11.
Nope.
You dodge out of the way, but you do take some heavy burst rifle fire to you. That finishes his turn, going back to Mancubus.
Where am I? I'm in the doorway.
You're in the doorway. There's the Marauder just beyond you, and then there's the Archvile right next to them, like just beyond the Marauder, and the battle mech is about maybe 60 feet from you, with the commander about 50 feet from you.
Okay, I'm gonna step forward and try to shield people behind me since I'm bigger.
Okay, so you're gonna move in front of the Archvile?
Yeah.
All right.
He's a gentle giant.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna shoot my get it!
Go for it. Make 2 shots at who? The commander or the battle mech?
I'm gonna shoot him at the commander.
Do it.
Ring of fire.
The ring of fire.
Whoa.
Boom, kill it. 9 plus 5, 14.
14 misses, unfortunately.
The other one misses too.
Oh,
Oh, down.
both go wide, unfortunately. All right, finishing Mancubus's turn, then comes into Creel, and Riva, you're on deck.
There's still 2 workers running.
Yeah,
for
the 2
other-
workers are running to the north.
Are they within my range or?
With your movement, definitely.
Okay, I'm going to run towards the first one. I've got that axe out. I'm just going to take a swing for the head.
Okay, I'll take your full movement to get to the first worker.
Oh, I'll take my full movement to get to the first one?
Correct.
Oh, man. Okay, in that case, there are some pillars to hide behind, right?
Yes.
I'm going to... Oh, God, there's 2 of them, too. Oh. Darn it. Okay, fine, I'm going for the first worker.
Okay, so you dash forward, axe forward, go for it.
And that's... Just assume I'm taking both swings. That's a 17 and a 14.
Well, the first one hits. Go ahead and roll damage. We'll see if the civilian survives the first strike.
That's 13
Well,
points.
you roll a d20 for damage.
Oh,
D12.
thank you. Wow.
That's all good.
It's been a while. All right.
It's been a while.
That doesn't matter because that's still 15.7.
Just both halves kind of scattered to the ground, rolling.
Grab the head because I'm collecting.
Okay.
Nice.
Put it on the belt, and yeah.
You have a second attack if you want to.
Oh, that's. Oh, am I close enough to hit the?
Not the other one's like 10 feet away from you. So.
Well, this one. Is he not dead yet? Or?
No, the first one you killed, but the second worker is about 10 feet from you and is still running.
Yeah, I don't.
It's either an action use the gun or you can attack twice with the axe. You have to choose.
Oh, but you're at 15-foot range with your axe.
Oh, so I can throw. Yeah.
You can throw it 15 feet, yeah.
I'm gonna throw the axe.
Okay, so you hack through the first guy and then
All right.
throw the second one. Go ahead and roll for an attack on that.
That's a 16.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's the same damage, so I remember. That's 11 points of damage.
You throw the second axe, falls to the ground and is like crawling. The axe still sticking out of the back before just giving up the proverbial ghost.
Kill Creel.
Both workers done. Creel's turn's over. Riva, you are up. Phyllis, you are on deck.
I float over behind Mancubus. I don't like when people bully our Mancubus. And I train both rockets on the mech.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So wait, nausea kick in over that.
An 11 and a 13.
Both missiles hit the mech, and as the smoke and flames clear, unfazed.
It looks like I got bullied too.
All right, ending Riva's turn. You're up, Phyllis.
I see this and I don't like it, and I don't know who else to pull up, so I'm in a panic, so I'm just gonna pull up the first soul I grab.
Okay.
And it's...
Shakira?
I pull it out! I pull it out! And throw it! And it goes... Go to your feet! It is Shakira! Her hips don't lie! And I throw the soul at him and I go... Take that, Latina energy!
A lot of people died in the Hell on Earth scenario, guys. Shakira,
Very
unfortunately. A lot of very talented
very, very talented people.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
I had a completely different person lined up, but that was fun.
I want to see Phyllis's Spotify list.
What is this?
The attack roll for it.
Oh, hi!
18.
18 just hits. Let's go ahead and roll your damage on that. Yeah. Mech's pretty beefy.
14.
14 points damage. Nice. Once again, the pilot side's kind of like killing forward a bit from the impact, but still the mech itself is showing some damage now. You can see parts of its limbs, joints are starting to spark a bit, and one side's starting to kind of list a little bit. It's taking some damage, guys. All right, that finishes your turn, Phyllis?
Yeah,
is.
that's my one action. And I tell my soul shield, I tell all the musicians up front! You guys are lucky!
The battle mech is going to go ahead and now go charging up towards you. Oh, no, you're behind Mancubus, right?
I'm like hovering
Okay, it
over
goes
the
right to
shoulder.
you. You're the meat shield. All right, and no plasma cannons engaged. It's going to go ahead and attempt to slam you. It does have disadvantage because it is still blinded until the end of this turn, thanks to the artillery round. So first strike against you, Mancubus, is going to be a 12 to hit.
He hits me, but I stand firm.
The impact, and you just kind of juggernaut it. Just that's cocked. Oh, that's gonna be a 23.
Ooh.
Even with disadvantage. So the first one you chuckle, the second one just clocks you in the face. You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh no.
What? 15?
Oh.
15?
That's a strong Mancubus.
The impact of this blow almost knocks you to the ground, the heavy armor of the mech, but you hold still, a column of muscle and demonic fury. That finishes the battle mech's turn. Ichabod, you're up.
That's what
Yep.
So, just to refresh me, there's only one enemy still on the field?
There's two. There's the commander, and then there's the battle mech.
The commander still lives.
Commander has been not been touched yet. Everyone keeps missing.
And how far away is the commander from me?
From you, I'd say probably maybe from where you.
No, I just forgot I have Mancubus.
You had Mancubus on your mouth? Yeah, that can happen.
Relatable.
I feel that.
Don't you just hate it when you have some Mancubus on your mouth? No one tells you.
You got a little Mancubus right there.
Start posting pictures on Facebook. You're like, no. I'll say probably about from moving forward and kind of catching the rest of the group about 30 feet from you.
30 feet. Okay, yeah. I wonder if the commander wants to go for a swim in the lake of fire, and I will cast a lake of fire around him in a 20-foot radius centered on his spot.
Okay,
That's like a ring of fire!
I will say you can catch with a 20-foot radius. You can actually catch the battle mech as well on that lake of fire.
I'll do it. Any of my allies? I don't care. I'm doing it anyway.
All right. So as you raise your arms, the ground ignites in flame. It's almost like burning lava-like surface is summoned onto the floor in the middle of this chamber. It's now burning around the commander. You see his eyes go wide as the battle mech, the bottom of its feet are starting to glow orange with the heat. Awesome. Are you going to stay put or are you going to move?
I will move. I don't know. I'll clock around to try to flank the commander.
Okay, you got it. All right, finishing your go. It is now the commander's turn. The effect of that
starts on his turn. 1d12 fire damage.
Yes, go ahead and roll 1d12.
11.
Plus anything?
Plus nothing.
No. He takes 11 points of fire damage. He begins to burn. He's gonna go and move out of the lava just to get out of the space. He's gonna turn towards you, and he's gonna go ahead and take 2 shots with the burst rifle at you again, since you're now.
I don't want him to.
That is gonna be a 14 hit.
Hits.
And an 11.
Misses.
Okay. All right, you take 7 points of piercing damage from the burst rifle round into you as he's trying to pat the flames out, and they're just barely fading. But that ends his turn. That brings us to the top of the round. Mancubus!
Mancubus! I've got the mech right in front of me.
Correct. Oh, the mech is right up in melee. The ground around is in fire. Not quite to where you are, but you are right face to face with it.
I'm gonna why though? And I'm gonna cannon both at the same time right on I'm gonna try to do his knees, his legs, so that he falls backwards into the fire.
Okay, make 2.
Into the fire.
It's catchy!
It is.
Oh, woo, look at that.
Oh, wow.
A 20 and a 1.
Oh, look at that. Well, go ahead and roll for your 20.
Blackjack.
So that's a double. Do I just double
dice damage on that, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. 16 plus 1.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
Yeah! I'm gonna.
How do you want to rip and tear this, I should say?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna shoot one of the legs out, and then I'm gonna bring my leg up and kick him into the fire, and then I'm gonna walk over and pull out the pilot and eat him. Oh, wait, shit. I got no hands. I'm gonna use my chopsticks.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's like a crab claw thing, like you.
Come here.
Okay. As you manage to pull him out, he's like, no! And crunches into the maw of Mancubus, bit and twine. Alrighty. The battle mech is down. Finishing Mancubus' turn. Creel, you're up.
I'm going to run, grab my axe, and make as much speed as I can around the Lake of Fire.
The Lake of Fire.
I'm going to come right up and just try and take out one of the legs from behind as I run by.
Of the commander?
Yeah, of the commander.
Go for it. Roll for an attack.
Oh, slide on your knees as you do it. It'll look cool.
I'm gonna do the knee slide from the haunted house. Ah!
You got it.
That's a 18 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Let's do 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. You cut out that leg, the lower half of his leg falls to the ground. He goes, and he falls to the ground. He's still alive, though.
I'm going to keep spinning around from that first thing and try and just hit him right in the back of the head again.
Second attack.
Pirouette on the knees.
Oh my god, it's a rock and roll!
Natural 20.
Go ahead and roll some damage on that.
All right, double dice. 9 points of slashing damage.
And with that, the axe just finds itself embedded right into his face, and he just goes limp there, stuck to the axe as you kind of lift it up a little bit. He kind of dangles from it.
Drop it! Drop it! Drop it! Oh.
Slaps onto the ground.
Chop it a couple more.
With that, the chamber is now devoid of any combatants. There is the large doors that lead, it seems to be another entrance on the south side of this chamber, and the north side, there is a 10-foot doorway that seems to lead into the next room beyond, where everyone was rushing towards.
Open? Closed?
Currently closed.
They say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. I love to watch you all work.
Krill, that was... it was like watching ballet. It was amazing.
I have to say, I'm quite impressed with all of you. I'm just going to gather these souls. I'm like gathering back my souls into my...
Oh, you can reuse Johnny Cash and Shakira?
Excuse me. Gathering my soul shield.
Got a lot of moves. Mostly salsa, but it's...
You take a salsa class?
Yes, once a week.
Amazing.
Very impressive.
It's very, very hard to move in this, so it's taken a lot of work to get this.
Yeah. Can you just do that move again? I'm gonna just take a picture.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna. You know what? Let's prop him back up. Take the run again.
I got one. The two are blurry, but one's good.
It's so neat. Gonna love that.
So we have the double doors, is that what you said?
There are the large double doors that to the south that seem to exit that side of the mesa.
Okay.
And there's the northern door. It's about 10 feet wide and about 8 feet tall. That seems to lead to further into the base.
Ichabod's bleeding.
Oh, Mancubus, you care about your friends.
If you get too bad, I'm gonna have to eat you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna just search around some of the crates and see if there's any sort of healing kits.
Make an investigation check.
13?
13. Rummaging through, unfortunately, there doesn't appear to be any sort of medical supplies in this chamber.
What heals a demon? Medical supplies? But wouldn't we know as demons?
No.
Damn it.
You don't know a lot as demons, actually. You more than most, probably, but...
Haven't I eaten the soul of a doctor or someone?
You have, and he was delicious.
No, he doesn't. He's a human doctor. He's useless to me. Bastards.
Don't worry, I'll be fine. Let's just keep moving.
There's a big door and a little door.
There's two doors?
There's two doors.
The big door goes outside, though. I don't want to go back out there. I want to go into the little door.
I kind of want to peek, though.
At the big doors?
Yeah.
You want to see what's going on outside?
I mean, a little bit.
Didn't we just come from there?
Hey.
Do you want me to make it go be all sneaky-like?
Oh,
Just take that
Mancubus.
peek, maybe?
Yeah, go. Do your thing.
Just take a little peeksy-weeksy.
I'm going to search for keys on the commander.
Okay. Roll a investigation check.
Natural 20.
You do actually find what looks to be some sort of a swipeable key card.
And you have hands.
I do.
Very helpful.
I don't know which door it goes to. I'll look around to see if there's key card entry on either door.
On both doors, actually. And then there's no like slide point. You just kind of you see a door and you see like a box that's there, and you kind of hold the card and
Look and see if the commander has any band-aids.
I just searched the commander. There's no band-aids.
Okay.
What's a band-aid?
I don't know.
All right, I'm going to go up to the little door, I guess. Are we doing little door or big door?
Which one do you want me to go check out?
Can you just go through?
Well, no, but I'm pretty quiet.
Oh, all right.
I can just scout ahead.
Could
All
somebody
right.
listen?
Yeah, sure. I'll open the door and you can poke
just
through.
take a little look.
All right, I'm gonna waft the card across the.
Gonna hide to the side of the door in case there's anything there. So.
I'm gonna stand right in front of the door.
No, move behind. Or at least
side of it.
I'm really crab walking kind of side.
Okay. As you make your way to this side, you're preparing yourself stealth, and you go ahead and kind of wipe the card in the front, trying to figure out how any of this works, and the door kind of opens up. You're going to make your way in there?
Yeah.
Roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. 17.
17, okay. As you slowly, skeleton walk your way through, keeping your thrusters on low, just a little kind of low blue flame burn.
I step very lightly.
Yeah, it's like two sternos. You make your way into the chamber and glance inside. This is a smaller chamber than the one you previously in. It's maybe like 20 by 30 feet, and there are dozens of screens and consoles. There is a table in the center that has what looks like a layout map on it. There are what would be the equivalent of data pads, though you're not quite sure what a data pad is, but there are metallic tablets of some kind with lit screens on them, and the chamber appears to be empty at the moment, or at least quickly abandoned at the sound of recent gunfire and explosions.
We got your doot.
It's clear.
All right, so you guys head into this next chamber. You see everything that Riva had noticed. There is a door to the north and a door to the east. Which would be to your right and in front of where you step in, but this is just a room filled with weird technology.
On the screen?
Yes, what's on the screen?
Are they on?
They're on. One of the screens, you can see it has a list of names.
Let's fan out and start pressing buttons until something happens.
Maybe not pressing buttons.
What kind
but
of
looking
names?
What's your intelligence?
+1, a 13.
A 13?
I'm smart.
I don't know if I can read.
I'm going to say you probably can't read this necessarily. It's not that you lack intelligence, you just lack the experience to read most human speech.
What does it say?
All right, so I go over there. I want to put this key away. I don't think I have pockets, so I'm just going to shove it into one of my wounds.
There you go. Checks out. Very thrifty.
All right, I hold it up and try to see if I can figure out which way is up.
Okay. Make an intelligence check.
Intelligence. Oh, 15.
15. You can make out some names on there. One of which it says Dr. Hayden.
Oh, Dr. Hayden, that's the one we're supposed to get. Is this Dr. Hayden?
All right. Go ahead and roll a strength check for me.
I died.
Okay, so you don't completely atomize this machine, but you do crack it. The screen breaks. You see parts of it flicker out, and as it skids on the ground, it kind of sparks for a minute, but you hear it does make a sound.
Oh?
Personal log. Dr. Samuel Hayden, ARC Lead Director. May 15th, 2151. The demonic invasion is gaining ground every day. We cannot afford to waste any more time. Should the 3 generators be at near full potential, the Argent Hammer will be ready for testing soon. And should my theories be correct, we may have a means of shifting the tides of this planet-wide biocide into our favor. It is my mission, it is my duty, to send the Dark Lord and his demonic children right back to hell. End transmission.
That's us.
That's not very nice.
Don't like that.
I just a few observations.
Yes.
Argent Hammer sounds like a weapon, right?
Yes.
Also, that guy's voice was way more scary than any of ours, and we're demons. I mean, it was rich and thick and resonant.
Very impressive, I must say.
Wow. Because he's the enemy.
Yes. And 3 cylinders, containers, something. They said when they're ready, the 3 something.
There is a large map on the table.
Oh.
Let's look at the map. Let's look at the map. And
We got maps. We got. It's a blueprint thing. How did you make this?
I had fun in Photoshop.
Where's some cylinders?
There we go.
And you can just print it on this?
Loading Bay Main Hall Comm Center. That's probably where we are. Right?
So, if you want to, just go ahead and place your minis loosely on the map where you know you are, which is
Comm center?
the comm center.
We're so big.
We're so big.
It's fine.
Our minis are
This
massive.
map is just for reference.
Oh my gosh. You can
God, it's
You're
just
in the
a
comm.
room full of flesh.
booty is so cute. Look at my little booty. And we came from the main hall? Yeah.
You entered from the loading bay this way.
Okay.
into the main hall.
Right. So it was 3 generators. And I see them on the map. There's one there, there's one there. And there.
Does that mean we need to go to all 3?
I would imagine it's...
And turn them
Destroy
off?
them!
Destroy them?
You can take a moment to look over the map. You don't have to rush it.
Okay.
There's a lot of things on here.
Yeah. We could maybe get you some attention.
Oh, at the medical bay.
Can we read that?
I'm reading all these things to them.
Yeah, you're the one who can pick up on it. You're kind of...
Here's an idea.
What are they?
Maybe we go there and we tell one of these human doctors to help you, or we eviscerate them, and then they help you and we eviscerate them anyway.
Oh.
It's a very smart plan.
That's pretty great,
That's
right?
quite clever. Also...
Crew quarters? That's probably got a lot of...
people.
Or change.
Let's eat them!
The medical bay is right across from the Argent plasma generators over here. Maybe we can take out this generator while we talk to the doctors.
Yeah!
I just a thought.
Oh, flammable materials storage. That could come in handy.
Toxic material storage, that's what you just read!
I did.
And then other storage.
Oh.
Storage for other things.
Then that says classified.
Oh, what does that mean?
I don't think it means anything. It's
That's where they keep the Craigslist servers.
We should go to that generator first.
Which
We
one?
should go to that one first because it's out of the way and then we'll come back and around.
But this one has the medical stuff near it.
Don't we have to do all of them though?
I don't know.
I think we have
wasn't
to do
really
at least
paying
one.
attention.
He said if all 3 of them are online.
Oh, we'll
right?
just do
Or
one.
is it? Or if I don't remember.
Here, hit it again. Hit it again.
I stop on it. Not hard.
Stop on the data pad?
Not hard.
Roll the strength check.
No.
You guys told me to.
Yeah, it's making this.
Oh no.
It splatters into hundreds of tiny pieces of broken glass. I mean, there's other data pads in the chamber. There's other machines around you and computers. That one is gone.
Didn't he say something about if something generators are online, then we can use the Argent Hammer or the Arm and Hammer or whatever the thing is. So we have to take one
I
out.
wasn't paying that much attention to it.
So we should go take one out.
Yes.
Seems fair.
Let's go.
Which one?
The one next to the medical bay.
Thank you very much. That's what I said in the
Let's
first place.
go.
All right.
Maggie must stand in front.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys move on from this chamber. Beyond the
I'm just gonna swipe another data pad.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
Okay.
Just cause.
Okay.
You
You grab
on?
it. Yeah, it's on.
Okay, I'll just hit some buttons. See if
Okay.
it does anything for me.
Roll for random buttons. I'll say just roll a d20.
2.
2. It's not getting much out of it right now.
I'll just hang on to it.
Okay.
Put it in
Stick in another wound.
Oh, God. Okay, got it. So, pushing onward, you guys are heading north into this kind of central guidance space here.
Oh my gosh.
We are big.
Wow.
And you are going where?
Down this hole.
All right.
Make
You head down this hallway. There is
Not me, I'm
armory.
squishy.
For the spaces here, we'll say you guys can hold on to your minis, and I'll use one of you as the basis of what you have there. We'll say why not you, Archie, since you're the supposed leader.
Yes, do it.
So
Archie knows so much.
all right. So where are you going first?
Well, let's. Mancubus is in front.
I'm in front.
We'll just say, Mancubus, listen in the doorways and see if you can hear any movement.
Which doors?
Any?
I'll go to the first door. I listen.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Oh, that's not a bad. 14.
14. Silent.
There's nothing in this room.
I'll open it and see what's in there.
You bash the door and it kind of like tries to open, and from the impact you've set it off course and it jams partway open.
Can I have a shove my cannon in it?
Make a strength check for me.
I have a key.
Oh, well, use that next time. 20.
Grinds open and you see sparks fly from it, and as you look inside, there are many types of weapons. It looks like the rifles and such that you've been shot with before. There are crates of materials. A lot of it's been ransacked and opened. You can see there are some open storage crates and metal boxes here.
I'll take a look inside.
Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
All right. 15.
15. Okay. And this is the armory. Okay. You do notice, looking through here, ammunition not present. The weapons that are here do not have ammunition. They've either been taken or they're being held elsewhere. You're uncertain. What you do find, however, are 2 of these ARC stamped, almost grenade-like devices. I'll go ahead and give these to you here.
Do you have grenades? Did you make grenades?
You as if she's a babe.
And one that's like a cube type device that has like a slight yellow flashing light on, like yellow gold flashing light. Make an intelligence check.
Come on, Krill.
10.
10. You have no idea what these do.
Oh, cool. But
you have them.
Can you give them
They're
to
roughly
someone else?
hand-sized.
I'll hand them to the leader, I suppose.
Right, the leader, all right.
said you
You said you
I did? I didn't. I just said I was smart. I never. Did I?
Well, I mean, you're my supervisor.
Bow before me!
I can't bow, I
I'm
float.
sorry about that. I have to take that into account. Right, I'll look at them and just see if there's a button or a trigger device on them.
Just see what they are. Don't turn them on.
I'm not, I'm just, oh boy. 9.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
They both. You got 2 of the round one and one that's kind of a cube with a yellow blinking element.
I'm sure they make things go boom, right?
Can we all?
I love things that go boom.
Here, I'll give you one. And Krill, you should take the special golden blinky one.
Alrighty.
And, yeah, Phyllis, you take one too.
Would a perception check be useful on any of these?
No.
I'm gonna try to make an intelligence check anyway. To see if I understand what my thingy is.
Okay, I'll say with disadvantage because you guys are all trying to around the table here, and with each one it gets harder and harder to do. So
Fine.
go ahead and attempt it.
No, 19.
With a disadvantage.
So roll one more time.
You gotta roll again.
Yeah, roll again. Take the lower.
14.
14 total.
Oh, plus. Oh, yeah.
Okay. The one you have is the spherical one, right?
Yeah.
This one, you kind of look at it and you kind of shake it a bit, and you feel like a liquid on the inside. And you look around at one of the boxes and you can see one that's actually already broken open. And there's kind of like a gummy amber-colored liquid that is expanded into a foam-type material around where it blasted. So you get the sense that this would probably work as some sort of an adhesive.
Oh, cool.
That's the best he can gather on it.
That's fantastic.
Looks like
I love
something
it.
that makes a foam.
I love foam.
Should we continue on then? Right, back into the hallway.
Okay.
I'm gonna float over to that door by the Argent Plasma Generator door and listen.
Make a perception check.
23.
Whoa!
You hear a low hum within the chamber, and occasionally you hear like someone checking equipment.
All right. I think that generator thingy's in there and it's not alone.
Should we bust in?
Should we get you medical help first?
I'm fine. I'm just bleeding and it's fine.
Wait,
It's just
wait,
extra pockets.
right before you open the door, I'd drop a smoke bomb.
You have smoke bombs?
Yeah!
Outside?
You're like, as soon as you open the door, I'm gonna do it.
Not yet.
As soon as you open
Okay.
the door!
Right.
Oh, wait.
Just to make
I'll
it
try the key.
Someone open this door.
I'll wave the key over the thing.
Okay. The door opens, smoke bomb fills the chamber. You guys within this sphere have visual sight on the vicinity, but enemies do not. So for the brief moment as you look inside, you can see these massive brass rings that wind along these heavy pillars. There's 3 on each side. You can see kind of briefly situated in that chamber. In the back wall, you can see a large, maybe 15-foot panel wall that is covered in various levers. You can see 3 large levers on it of different colorations, and there is one person in there, looks to be a civilian, holding a really large rifle who is now going.
Someone get him.
Yes.
Should we kill him?
Yes!
Roll an attack.
Oh, natural one.
But don't you have another?
You miss.
I do, yeah.
And instead, strike the generator behind him. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, okay. Better maybe.
I mean, we are, but I don't know if that's a good thing.
4 fire damage?
4 fire damage.
Well, 4 plus 1 fire damage.
Okay, 5 fire damage. You hit what looks like one of the larger panel handles, and immediately kind of melts and jams into place. But the guy turns and goes, oh, what was that? And it's just going to go ahead and do a wide burst fire in your direction with disadvantage against you, Mancubus.
You have another...
I do have another attack.
Yeah, go for it. This is simultaneous. That's a 13.
Oh, God. That was almost awesome, but it was, what is that?
13.
13 does hit him. He doesn't have any armor on.
City.
He misses you with the wide spray,
8 fire damage.
and he just splatters against the panel, dripping. The smoke clears a little bit.
Immediately float over and look at the panel and try to see if this is. Can I tell if this is stabilized or gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh no. Not very smart. Ugh, 8.
You have no idea how Argent technology works, nor human technology here. You just see this large chamber with this humming, thrumming machine. That's partially damaged.
Has it changed anything sound-wise or anything since we...
At the moment, no.
All right.
I'm gonna sift through the guts. Is there like any communication device on him?
With a little razzle-dazzle.
Make an investigation check.
Just.
Cool. 4.
4.
Wow.
You find a lot of guts.
That's gutsy.
Ooh. Professor!
Jammy.
Right. This is my forte. I will look at the control panel and see if I can discern it.
You have no idea how this technology works, but roll an intelligence check to see if you can fumble your way through something.
19.
Yeah.
20. Looking at it, there is what you imagine. Some of these levers are control input and output, but the biggest one and the most prominent displayed is currently fused.
Because of this one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
How many levers are there?
There are 3.
That was probably
There is a red one, and there is a blank unlabeled one, and there is one that is a kind of yellow striped color, and that's the largest one that's currently fused.
Crap. Yellow striped sounded good.
Red could also be good.
That seems like a color we like and therefore dangerous.
That's a very good point.
I have high perception.
You do.
Even though I'm dumb as...
And we're meant to shut these things off, right?
I think so,
Sliding my feet around in the guts on the ground.
Meant to shut these things off. Yes, shut them off.
Wouldn't it be that we're supposed to do whatever the opposite of what they're doing right now? So what if we just pushed all the buttons that aren't pushed and then unpush the buttons that are pushed?
Well, none of them are pushed, I don't think, except for the one that's fused.
Well, then we should push all the other ones, right?
I mean,
making blood angel
Because
with
that
your
means
feet.
that's not what they want.
that makes sense to me.
What if we just go get one of the civilians from somewhere else and drag them in here and tell them to tell us what's going on?
I can do that. I'm going to head towards the medical
We
bay.
speak human.
Make a good
Also, you can make guttural taunts. Sure, why not? Yeah, I mean, the only things you have at your disposal right now are a partially damaged data pad and this poor guy's guts on the ground. So you're heading to the medical bay.
I am.
Okay. You head to the medical bay. The door's closed.
I'm going to open it.
With?
Is there some way to open it?
There doesn't appear to be a handle.
I haven't thought this through. Give me your key.
All right, here.
All right.
Hey!
The med bay opens. On the inside, you can see what looks to be a whole series of large tablet-type beds, gray and comfortable, though a couple of them look like they've seen some recent war wounds. There are some blood spatters on it. There's one body that is cold on there. Right now, the room looks empty, but there are some small boxes with materials and looks like other bits of equipment around.
Well, might as well look at those
Yeah,
and grab anything we can.
anything that looks useful.
Investigation check.
That's all you.
I'm not great at that, but I get a
Yes,
20.
you are.
Okay. Within here, you find what looks to be a crate that contains a series of these almost large military-type syringes.
Oh.
You're not entirely certain what they are for, and you find
Drugs!
possibly
I'm excited.
What's that?
one large case that seems to contain a lot of very herbal-smelling materials that's bothersome to you. There is one additional weird metal screen similar to the one that you smashed earlier on the ground. And with that high enough roll, you also see hiding beneath one of the beds, shaking, one human in a long white coat, quietly and desperately trying to not be seen. This faint smell of urine seems to be permeating the atmosphere around it.
I found a doctor.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I can float slowly over. You.
Torment him. Or her.
I have 3 fingers on each hand. Let's go.
Make an intimidation check. 18. Just please, whatever you need.
I'm just gonna do this and back up slowly, looking straight at him, and back up into that room. Back up into the
I'll meet you in the hallway.
All right.
And I'll just show him the iPad stuck in my wound, and I'll withdraw it and just be like, "Ugh. Ow, you.
You took the materials. I didn't. Yeah.
hand them to him.
Okay. Takes one of the syringes out and kind of jams it into the side and pushes it in.
Trust that that's a good.
I know. I feel like it's gonna hurt you.
And you heal
Yay! Oh!
9 hit points.
Good doctor.
Drops the syringe to the ground empty.
And then
For those familiar with the early Doom games, this would be a stim pack.
as soon as he does that, I take my 3 fingers and I pat him on the head.
Confused.
And then I gently guide him into this urgent pause
Hopping
generator.
around in the.
Oh God!
And I turn him away from lunch.
Nope.
And you must chill.
Terrence.
And I.
And I point at the.
I know nothing about this. I'm a doctor. This is beyond my scope of understanding.
Someone figure out how to ask him to really turn it
Dr.
off.
Jim.
Would I be able to talk since aren't revenants former?
Yeah, I mean, their basic language is not beyond all of you.
Oh, we just choose not to.
Choose not to.
Okay.
Yeah, for the purposes of this, yeah, you're just big dicks, and I love it.
Guttural noises.
So you can. So you can make language taunts if you want
I was
to.
being so clever.
You aren't book learned enough for the most part to read the language within these screens as such. I'll say.
Oh.
Off. Shut it off.
It
Do you
looks
see
damaged.
Terrence here. Is that what you said it was? Terrence?
Yeah.
See how he's turned into jam?
Yeah.
Do you want to be jam?
No.
If you don't want to be jam.
Jam!
Then you better hop on your little dingle hopper and find somebody to turn this off if you don't know how. You catch my drift?
I take his picture.
I lean down, take another one.
I need to get.
Don't tell anyone that we're here.
Goes slowly back to the med bay and
I follow.
Okay.
Yeah, someone's
Alright.
with him,
I'm going to
right?
pick up the rest of the blue syringes too. Now that I see
Yeah,
how this works.
yeah.
So there's 3 of them.
All right.
Which you can.
Can you pocket them in your?
I'm gonna
Belt.
use one on myself and put the other 2 in one of my skulls.
Okay. Well, there's the 2 that you haven't used, and you can go ahead and roll for the healing on that one.
Well done.
And then the and the box that you found.
Oh, thank you.
What's in the box?
Oh wow.
Goes back and picks up the screen, starts going like.
Watch him. I don't trust that he's not telling people that we're here. I don't trust that he's not telling people that we're here.
I'm watching over his shoulder.
Can you see
Make a
what he's
perception
doing?
check.
He's definitely telling people.
He might be just organizing his
20.
his email.
20. You see what looks to be some sort of an SOS message going to.
Stop him!
You kick him. Make an attack roll.
Just a kick.
Stop the tablet.
What is the? Oh. Is it just
Add
a
your strength
raw?
roll. Strength
okay,
modifier.
7.
7. You kick him. Ow!
Slap the tablet out of his hand.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll with the strength modifier.
11.
Sure.
Thank you.
It hits the ground right as alarms start going off. Bam,
Oh, no.
bam.
We are the worst at being demons.
I bite out his throat.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. You're just gonna reach for it.
Trust was broken. You broke my trust.
Shoot the generator.
I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
As the data pad does hit the ground,
Oh.
you do hear.
Oh.
Another message.
Science Officer Angela Driggs, April 16th, 2151.
Hey, that's
With the ever-growing destruction of the demonic hordes sweeping across the planet, peak mobility is one of our most crucial utilities. Having just completed the teleportation relay here in Armoros not but a month ago, I'm rather frustrated that the surges of Argent energy have been mixing the instruments. We've only had one mishap where a general was misported off-world instead of their intended base. And while I've narrowed it down to the red relay crystal above the pod being somewhat loose, I'm hoping our makeshift fix is enough to keep things running as intended.
It sparks the last bit of energy among the damaged screen now going dark.
Teleportation relay. That's what the TP relay is.
We've got to find somewhere to hide. They're coming.
Oh, yeah.
I should back out of the room and just shoot the generator.
You're just gonna shoot it and not pull the levers.
I can try to pull some levers.
Pull the
but
levers first.
I'm gonna make the levers go into my cannon holes.
Okay. So you're gonna put the red lever down first.
Yeah,
or the-
sure.
Okay, so the lever goes down. The other levers lock. A little light begins to kind of blink.
Did I do it?
I don't know.
What?
You hear the generator side
Oh.
No, that's more.
getting steadily, ever so faintly louder, and the vibration in the chamber getting slightly bigger
Back
over
out.
time.
Turn it the other way. Turn it the
I'm
other
gonna
way.
back out and I'm gonna shoot it after it gets even hotter.
I'm
Okay,
gonna start
roll an attack.
backing up to
Yeah.
the auxiliary storage.
I'm floating back with him.
Okay, you got
Agree.
go ahead and roll to
Float
attack.
away, float away.
Go for it.
This is so dumb.
We're the dumbest demons.
24 and 10.
Okay, the 24 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
8 fire damage.
Okay. It impacts across the terminal, destroying the 2 levers that are there.
No.
But it does not change the slow, gradual rising of pitch and vibration.
I think we just turned that generator on.
Is that what we're supposed to turn them off?
Correct.
All or just one?
At least one!
Alright.
Well, why don't we just aim at the tubey things instead?
He's just shooting things.
Okay, you fire at these large brass cylinders, and strangely enough, fire doesn't have an impact on the Argent generation tubes.
No, we're gonna have to go to another one of these rooms.
No.
Go through one of the
What
storage
if we
rooms.
grabbed another one of those wonderful little footballs that you chucked? And what if we just chucked it right on in there? That made a pretty big boom.
It was still fire.
One thing you did notice, I will say, on the device that was the message that was being sent out, it was being sent to the lead director.
Lead director. That sounds like that Hayden dude.
Oh yes, that's
That's
our
a dude. Where did that come from?
I don't. Picking up bad habits.
Bad habits.
Where should we go?
We should go to one of the other generators and try to shut it down.
Maybe the one up by flammable
What about the
material storage.
teleportation thingy they were talking
We were talking about that, but I don't know if that concerns us. Unless that doctor guy that we're supposed to find is gonna go there to try to bamf out of here, to get out of here, to escape, because he knows that we're
Shut
here.
down the generator and then go to the teleportation.
It'd also get us a lot of brownie points for those lovely people back at the temple.
True.
All right.
Well, she was talking about how important mobility is, so if we break the way they get around, doesn't that put the ball back in our court?
Yeah,
We've been very sporty today, haven't we?
Oh, let's just.
We should start a softball team.
Go to the damn relay terminal.
You guys are heading to the...
Anyone else? Someone say something?
Okay with the relay terminal.
Sure, we'll go check it out.
Okay. You head back into this area, head through the comm center to the terminal. So, here as you walk in, you can see there is one woman, probably 30s or so, hair pulled back, long white coat, is in the process of typing in something into the terminal feverishly. You can see like a computer console right there, and looks and sees you all, and immediately just goes running towards the teleporter, which is further down the chamber.
Wolf. I was summoning a wolf.
Okay.
A wolf?
Yeah,
You watch as the Marauder reaches forward, and this kind of like flame-based hell wolf kind of leaps out of this strange summoning portal and goes charging forward. So for that, I will say to see if it can be faster than she can. Let's go ahead and roll d20 and add your dexterity modifier. We'll say, or actually add your initiative, which may be the same.
They are the same. 17.
She almost makes it to the relay terminal, and then the wolf just leaps and detonates upon her. Go ahead and roll damage.
3 fire damage.
3 fire damage. Blasts her onto the ground. She's burned, but not done.
I'm running forward and...
Don't just stop her. Don't kill her. Just stop her.
She's about to get away. I'm run
Stop her,
forward
don't
and...
kill her.
Well, you've already used your action. They have a moment to go in there.
Can I use that afterburner dash?
Yes, you can. And you just charge inward.
Don't kill her!
Don't kill her.
All right.
And I grab her by the
Okay.
lapels of her lab coat, and I say, "We got your little voice message. Tell us, where's this Hayden man?"
And where's the red relay crystal above the pod?
And how do we shut down a weapon or something?
One at a time. First, where's Dr. Hayden?
Hayden.
I breathe in her face too, and I had tuna salad for lunch.
The director's in the hammer terminal. It's
okay. It's what?
It may not be ready yet.
Oh,
that's fine.
Weapon? Okay. How do we turn off a generator?
It's not my specialty.
Well, you can guess.
Here.
Turn it off. It powers the entire facility, though.
What were you about to do? Were you teleporting out of here? To where?
Anywhere but here?
Where's the relay crystal? The red relay crystal.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Was it her voice or no?
I don't think red in this room.
There are more than one female human.
What?
Yes.
They all sound the same.
But I never see them anywhere. They're so quiet.
No luck then.
All right.
What does off look like?
The opposite of on.
I feel like
From
you're
my
being kind of
experience, it's like a
snarky.
circle.
And I don't like
a
when
line
people are
with a bunch of other
snarky.
lines.
What if we just use her as a
Where
host?
is your little relay, or your little teleporter? Where is it programmed to take you?
It's going to take me to one of the other safe houses.
Safe?
For the ARC members of the Armoros community here. Non-military personnel.
We should not destroy this teleport thing, because we can use it to get into other bases and take them down in similar fashion.
And she just said, they're civilians.
If the alarms go out.
They're tasty. Let's show.
It's like opening a can of sardines.
I can take you to the director if you want me to. Just don't kill me.
That sounds
Turn off a generator for us.
I think we'll be okay.
Let's go. Yes.
Let's take a hostage.
Let's take this hostage with us.
Okay.
Someone hold her tightly and in front. And Mancubus, you will not kill her.
Yet.
Can I eat a little bit while we carry her?
You can eat her
smell
hair.
Okay. I'm just gonna smoosh her and hug her. But I'm not gonna kill her. I'm just gonna hug her real good.
Okay.
Okay.
You go,
Show
Mancubus.
us where the director is.
Oh, God!
Mancubus!
She points out of the relay and begins to lead you guys through the halls, heading back through the comm center, through here, past the crew quarters.
Ah!
Do you guys want to do anything in the crew quarters?
Wait.
Stop. I want to see if there's, if I hear anything, or if I hear voices, or anything. There's no one in the crew quarters. I just want to stop and listen. Stop, collaborate, and listen. Where did that come from?
Make a perception check.
Wait, do you have the soul of
The soul of someone in
Vanilla Ice?
Vanilla ice in here. It's delicious. It's vanilla. It's cold. It's vanilla ice. No! Oh, plus 7. Yeah, it's a 16.
A 16, okay. You can hear what sounds like discussion, like heated conversation in this chamber ahead that way. And that's all you can really make out at the moment.
The voices beyond there, they seem to be agitated in discussion.
I bet it's the bad guy.
Of course. But part of our mission was to take one of these generators down too. Is there a specific order that this needs to happen in, or can we just go get the weapon first?
I think they could turn on the generators, maybe, if we're not in the right room.
It kind of seems like nobody really knows what's going on about these stupid people we've picked up.
I feel like
if we were to get this director, I'm assuming their job is to direct. Maybe they'll know how to turn off the generators.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Sure.
I start walking down the hallway towards the director.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Slowly being pushed forward, step by.
I'm kind of just eating. Her hair is like in my mouth.
Oh, God.
Just in case it gives us any more additional information, I'm going to pull out my iPad and just see if I can get it to give us a message or something.
Okay, your iPad.
Sorry. My Zune.
Okay, roll a d20.
And intelligence or no?
I'll sure add your intelligence.
20.
20, okay. All right, you actually managed to push 2 elements here. First one goes.
Safety Supervisor Carl Ingberg, January 5th, 2150. I'm continuously miffed at how precariously stored and restrained our volatile materials are being kept throughout the facility. Overhead platforms held by supports that are under code, exposed waste with deadly levels of poison, only one accident away from tragedy. feel like my reports are just vanishing into the ether. I'm gonna bring up the poor placement of our combustible fuel stores to the director in the hopes of seeing some changes around here. Carl Ingbird, January 12th, 2150. Well, I have been terminated from my duties. Fine. ARC can kiss my ass. When shit hits the fan, I'm gonna send a strongly worded I told you so echo recording.
So, screw him. You don't need him, sister.
So.
And with the 20, the second one.
Oh,
That was one.
I love it.
The other. As you're kind of like walking into the chamber.
I'm Maros Energy Systems Manager Franklin Bell, April 29th, 2151. The development of the Argent Hammer is progressing slower than anticipated, and Director Hayden is not pleased. The lead director has demanded the Argent plasma generators be pushed beyond their safety thresholds, which leaves me anxious. We've occasionally amplified their output in recent months, but such surges have me worrying if we push any further. Should we push all three too far, we risk a catastrophic meltdown.
As the log finishes, as Mancubus and leads into the classified chamber.
Stop walking. I turn around. We should just do that then.
Do it again.
Do it again.
And again.
All right.
Again.
Where to?
Should we go to one of the other generators first?
Yes, I think so.
Yes, and also that guide spoke about the storage being...
Yes, there's all sorts of terrible storage right next to the
So
generator.
we should go up to this generator first and try to turn it on like we turned on the other generator. And then we should go do this one and then come up and kill the director.
Yeah, we can't go through there that way, so we have to come around this way.
So go back, we go back that way.
Well,
Sorry, young lady, you're going on a little ride.
Should I just eat her?
We don't really
Maybe.
need her. Yes, we do. She's still a hostage.
Why?
It can slow humans down. They
Care about themselves.
Oh.
They care about
The
their
door
others.
doesn't open.
What an unattractive
Which door doesn't
quality.
open?
The door that you passed through originally.
I used the key card again.
Bunting, red light.
Hey.
Oh no, the SOS.
She did this.
I didn't do anything.
Punisher.
Open it up.
I can't. I don't know how.
Can one of you strong things open up the door?
I'm gonna kill her.
No, don't kill her. Can one of you strong guys open up the door?
I hit it with
I hand her over to Icky Ball.
Oh God!
I just try to punch it.
Roll a strength check.
Oh, that shouldn't count, but it does. 7!
7. No, these are closed, and these isn't. You notice now at this point, this isn't the door that you walked through. These are additional kind of like blast doors that have gone over it.
Well, maybe there's a key in one of these
Crew quarters.
crew quarters.
I don't think a key will work.
What if you got on that little thingy and you did the reverse of what the other guy did? And
You want me
just
to hack the system?
hack the whole planet, dog? What
I'm
do
gonna
you?
hack the planet.
Is that a thing?
Do you need help?
Can I?
Yes.
While they're doing that, can I look
I
up
open
and
up
see if
my
there's?
cannon portal.
Oh.
Oh, you're just typing on your own arm?
Mancubus helps you with the hacking, which does not give you advantage. roll an intelligence check.
Yeah, 18 to hack the planet.
Nothing. You have no idea how to hack anything. You're a demon.
If we look up.
The guys have only gotten this lucky by dropping shit and pushing
We
things.
hit a firewall.
Make the girl do it.
You have
She's
such a
got
good
a
track record with
I
all the
know.
voices and stuff.
All right. We've got options. You've got a bomb of some sort. That can maybe get us through this.
Can we look up and see if there's any kind of a beams or anything besides
Catwalks?
just ceiling
Sure.
catwalks, anything that could go over?
A ventilation system.
In this chamber, looking around, there doesn't appear to be anything immediately visible. Make a perception check.
18.
18. Currently, no. The floor itself is a grating, like a metallic grating, but beneath that, it's only about a 2-inch give. And there's nothing above you. It's just a straight hallway that leads to the crew quarters, and all the crew quarter doors also have the same blast doors sealed around them. However, the chamber into the one marked classified is open, and you see a faint kind of golden glow, kind of.
So with the people that I heard, I thought that door was shut and we could hear them across a door, or is a doorway, and we heard them.
It was a doorway, and you were hearing it as you were approaching.
Oof. All right. Well, we don't have much other choice at this point.
Try to blast our way through this door.
It's open.
What's the little blinky light? What was the blinky light?
Krill's got it.
But what was the other thing we saw?
Yeah.
Oh, in the
There was a
classified?
glowing light.
where
in
the hammer is.
That's the Argent hammer.
There's a 10-foot wide doorway that is open that leads into there. The only light you see, and it's just out of view, but you see this kind of occasionally thrumming gold light from the inside.
Well, we
of that
don't have any other way to go. I'm pulling up all my soul shields before we go in there.
Oh man, you've got Hall and Oates pulled up.
I've got everyone. I've got everyone in front of me. I guess we go in?
Yeah. I don't like this.
Where else are we going to go?
It just kind of
I guess we could go through and around to the other one.
That's what I'm saying. That's it. Where else are we going to go? Otherwise we sit here and do nothing and twiddle
all right, let's go.
Twiddle our non-opposable thumbs.
Okay. So you're not trying for the door anymore. You're moving down the hallway.
Blast it open.
Do any of the crew quarter doors
Let's make one more attempt.
We'll blast it.
Go for it. Go ahead and make 2 attack rolls on it.
19 and 12.
Unfortunately, as you blast both, you see the impacts explode and the black marks across them from the detonation, but the armor is too strong. It did not penetrate the door.
Wow. Anyone else want to give it a try?
Are the blast doors by the crew quarters, like, do they look like they're the same material that's on that's covering? Yeah.
Yes, they appear to be the same material currently.
So it doesn't look like any of the crew quarter doors might have more potential to give.
You can check if you want to. Make an investigation check if you want.
They just go into their quarters, right?
Sure. Let's see. Investigation, so it'd be 14.
14. Okay, looking as you kind of make your way from door to door, you're having a hard time really noticing any sort of changes or shifts into it. You, with your high perception, are noticing that gold kind of glow that's pulsing is pulsing ever so slightly quicker with each pulse.
We should probably go and try to shut it
Let's
down.
I feel like we have no choice. We're here to shut that down and get the Hayden guy.
Give me the girl.
Fine.
Is your dear leader in there? Stop eating her hair. Is your lead person in there? And I ask the girl.
Hi.
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 Is he in there?
Probably.
All right. Her in front.
He doesn't like anybody.
I squish her.
You squish her?
Don't squish her too hard.
Make a strength check.
Oh no.
Squish her pretty hard. There's no hostages.
19.
Sorry, fellas.
Well, go ahead and eat her.
Soda.
Go ahead and eat her.
Okay.
And now, can we go in now?
Yes, of course. Let's go.
All right,
Okay.
musicians up front.
So what's
Someone else.
the marching order here?
Hall and Oates.
Not me. I'm squishy even with all my musicians.
Who's in front?
Krill, do you want to take it?
Oh, I'm
You're damaged. What about Mancubus?
I'm fine.
That's what you get for eating the lady.
I just hold up a leg. Come on!
I'll be behind.
They're good!
This Mancubus leads the charge,
Oh, I
chewing
don't
on
have any
the.
hands. I don't do that. Come on!
I'll hold it so you can eat there.
Oh, that's teamwork. I love it.
Right, so we're going.
All right, chewing your scientist cut over there as you make your way.
I'm also gonna I'm gonna have this this item in one of my hands as I float through.
All right. You guys step through the threshold into this massive dome-shaped chamber. You can see that golden glow is pulsing from what looks to be a pillar in the center, where about 6 feet off the ground, it comes to a gradual element of metallic instruments that come and join to this heavy-looking box of some kind that has multiple, almost like gem-like nodes in it. It is protected by a very, very dense, almost glass-like material that obfuscates some of its details at this distance, but it is giving off this kind of undulating hum, and the light flashing each time.
A thing.
As you all step in, the door behind you shuts closed. There's a door to your left that is currently closed. As you step in, this wide open space around it with a couple of dividing doors that have some instruments on there, you can see two other workers in similar coats who are currently standing and typing in things to the sides of this device.
We should stop them.
Stop them now.
They're both like,
let's attack!
Yeah,
all right.
we attack them.
Go for it. Roll for separately or all at one?
Both at, no, like one at each.
One at each, okay.
So that's a 24 on one and a 14 on the other.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Whoa.
That was a ride.
8 on one and 6 on the other.
One of them just splatters into a spray of gore and bits across one side. The other one gets blown back and is still alive on the ground, like,
Somebody get him!
I'll run up and grab him.
Okay. You grab and pull up, and at that point, you notice that to the north side of the chamber, where this little box here is placed, a similar semi-opaque glass vault stands observing the interior of this chamber. Beyond the glass on the inside, you see what looks to be humanoid, though, at least in structure, but the entire body is robotic. You see thin, gaunt limbs made of mechanical parts and fingers, and you see there, where the head is, a robot head, thin and long, no features except for a singular slitted blue light.
Ooh. We're working together. How fascinating. I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the administrator of this facility. If you can understand me, if my words are penetrating into the undulating soup inside your skulls that passes for brains, leave now, before I bring the full power of the Argent Hammer down upon you.
Holy, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was
but
so awesome.
That's not amazing, but your voice is very impressive.
I'm feeling a rattling down in my pelvic bones.
You're dealing with humor. How nice. You will be easy to kill.
Should we try and turn? No, I don't think we can take him out through the glass thing. No.
We gotta get out of this room.
Let's. Is that door that way
It's closed.
open?
They're
That's
both
closed.
sealed.
They're both sealed.
I still
You've
have.
told us to leave, but we can't get out.
Get us out of this room!
Open the door.
The person who's wounded goes like, and spits in your face. You watch as Dr. Samuel Hayden brings a hand up right above the console before him.
You've told us to leave.
no.
Tell us how.
I
I
tried to shoot
will
him.
let you leave this earthly plane. You will soon cease to exist.
No!
Goodbye.
As
Get us out of here, Krill! Throw the bomb!
As he presses a button on the console, beep, you watch as these three heavy metallic tubes that seem to spiral down this large pointed pillar that meets the top half of this box begin to glow with warm argent energy towards the box, and you watch it begin to have a similar sound to the previous chamber.
Oh no!
I'm gonna first of
What
all,
do you do?
Snap. Put that away. I'm gonna take that weird thing. I don't know what it does. I'm going to toss it at the other door that's currently closed.
Okay, you throw it. It hits the door and flashes the same color as argent energy. No effect.
Can I? I'm just gonna shoot at Dr. Hayden, even though he's covered.
Okay, go ahead and roll attacks.
20 and 11.
Both blasts impact upon the glass.
Save your ammunition.
What about the machine itself? Is there anything that I can perceive that would be a spot of weakness?
Make
on
a perception check.
Come on, Mama.
Blow up the fucking generators.
25.
25. Looking towards the very, very top of this large pillar, there are the locations where these Argent devices connect themselves, have mooring that holds them to that place that is not as well plated as the rest of the device.
Oh. Everyone shoot those things! Shoot those spots!
All right.
Rocket barrage.
Rocket barrage, all right. I just focusing on one of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's like the 4th of July in here.
Go ahead and make your 6 attacks.
Okay.
Go really fast. We're on a timer.
That's what I'm doing. Okay, so so I got 17.
Hit.
Sorry, hands are shaking. 15.
Miss.
14.
Miss.
And then I got a 16, and so I hit 3 times then.
Okay, so roll damage
and
3 times. Then Mancubus is up next.
9, 6, and 6.
6. Great. Rockets go screaming out of the Revenant's store, blasting it in the side. You watch the Morin kind of hang for a bit, showing damage.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Go! Shoot it!
This is counting.
Only one of them
If
hit.
you understand this concept, use it to add up your final moments of existence.
I'm shooting.
All right, roll for your attack.
I did, and I rolled a 16 and lower than that.
Okay, 16 hits.
Okay, so that was it was only 3 points of fire damage on
3
the
points
tubes.
of fire damage on the tubes. It's starting to look like it's taking some damage. Who's up next?
I will send rolling fire up at it.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attacks for that.
I can do it twice. Both hit.
Okay, roll damage.
And it's a grand total of 21 points of damage.
Woof! The mooring collapses. You watch as the tube itself is now free of the mooring, is hanging, and is showing damage. That one of the 3 tubes is now starting to flicker.
How high up is it?
Right now, from where you are, it's about 15 feet up. Where the Spartan
going to jump up with my axe and just take a swing at it.
Go for it.
That's a 24 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's 7 points of slashing damage.
7 points slashing damage. You cut through the tube and it goes light. You see Argent energy rescind up, and that's one of them. One of the 3 is now destroyed.
One of the 3!
It slows it for a moment.
Oh God! Am I the only one left?
round.
I am summoning an advanced demon.
Okay. As you focus, you watch as a cacodemon, a distant cousin, if you will, to yourself as a pain elemental appears. Its singular eye goes,
Finish! Go get that thing and make it stop!
its mouth opens, it's like separate jaws beginning to spark this blue energy in its mouth before it fires it towards. Go ahead and roll attack for it if you don't mind.
Oh wait! Oh no! What do I get? Anything plus?
Yeah, add a.
For your menacing it's a +5.
+5. It's a 7.
Oh. It goes wide. Hits the wall. No
All right.
effect.
So that was my.
That's your action.
But
action.
It gets 2 attacks.
It's 2 attacks.
Oh, it does. Yes.
It gets
again.
2 attacks. I knew that.
Yep. There you go.
It doesn't.
I'm sorry. I'm nervous. You put me on the spot, Phyllis.
Interesting. You've made me feel something I haven't felt in a long time. Pity.
All right, so
she was right. He's really just a dick. He doesn't like anybody.
He doesn't like
he's
her.
the worst.
all right, Mancubus, I believe you're up for next.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the other ones.
Go for it.
Okay. Can I? Okay.
Timer continues again.
Oh, natural 20.
Ooh.
And 13.
Misses, but go ahead and roll for the natural 20.
It's
getting close.
Woo! 18 plus 1.
19 damage. Nice. The mooring comes loose a little bit. All right, finishing up your turn. You're up next.
I'm gonna shoot a rocket at it.
All right, you got 2 rockets, right, to fire? Roll twice.
I'm gonna shoot a rocket at it.
Close.
No, that didn't hit.
Okay, next.
Rolling fire. Both hit.
Dang.
Not as good. 15 points total damage.
15 points total damage. It's hanging a bit.
Krill!
You see now it's starting to pulse and get louder and louder. The whole room's starting to vibrate with latent argent energy.
I'm going to take another running jump and I'm going to take 2 swings of the axe.
Go for it.
Big flip.
Oh God, we're getting down to it.
Natural 20.
Natural 20!
Go for it, roll damage.
That's 2, 4, 5, 7 points of damage.
All right.
And next one is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14.
14 misses.
Right, so it's 7 points doubled, right?
Is that your name? Krill. Is that what they call it?
Quickly, go!
I will use it as I dissect you, Krill.
18.
Yes.
That hits. Roll damage.
Quick!
This is mine or this is mine? This is mine.
Yours, yeah.
Go! 6 and that's 6 and 5. 11 plus 4 is 15.
15 points of damage?
Yes.
The mooring comes free.
That's me. Esther, go! Esther, go to the next one.
Go.
Esther goes. 14 plus 2 is 16.
Did we break it?
16 hits.
6. Sorry.
Right, we're doing this last bit here.
Okay.
What was the total damage for the cacodemon?
6 plus 3 is 9.
9 damage. That one blast.
That was only one attack. She gets 2.
Correct.
Okay.
But right as the last bit of the impact begins to hit the tube itself, hanging as it flies into the air, the last bit of energy pulses through, and in a brief moment, time seems to come to a slight crawl.
Fascinating. I'm excited.
The device flashes with a blinding amount of gold energy spreading throughout the chamber. You feel the outer elements of your skin and body suddenly filled with burning, acidic, like scalding argent energy. You feel like you've been pummeled on a molecular level, and as you fall to your knees for a second, you're still alive. You're still alive, but your body itself is in pain. It's exhausted. It's seeping. There's your own viscera is kind of leaking through parts of you. Your body itself is heavily weakened. The Argent Hammer now lies cold. But a test successful.
It worked. You have become weaker. This is interesting.
At this point, you hear this high, screaming sound of something breaking the sound barrier. An explosion that rocks the chamber as fire and smoke fills the interior of this classified section of the Argent Hammer's space. The large pillar in the center that is connected to it bends and falls to the ground. I need you all to roll dexterity saving throws.
Oh my God.
With disadvantage. All of your rolls for the rest of this game are at disadvantage.
Oh.
The Argent Hammer was successful.
Oh no!
Oh my God. I fail.
Okay.
In every way.
13.
23.
23?
Yeah.
Okay, you succeed. You take no damage. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, 9 points of bludgeoning damage. What'd you roll?
All right. Less. I mean, 13.
Anyone who rolled lower than a 15 takes 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Count?
You take 9 out of the 20.
All right. The room is filled with smoke and debris. You lose sight of everything around you. It is nothing but the horrible searing pain of the Argent Hammer itself, having blasted through your body, and whatever heavy thing had impacted the side of this complex. Bits of red rock from the mesa above have tumbled into the chamber. Then silence falls. A little bit of light clicks on. As this glow fills the chamber, you can see the outer shell of what looks like some sort of a spacecraft that has crashed into the side of this building. What? Tangled wreckage, bent backward. There is a terrible mess of destruction around you. And the light source itself, a doorway akimbo to the side. You see a humanoid figure descend, step by step, wearing familiar Praetor suit armor. The helmet obscuring the face, bearing a familiar mark across its brow.
Oh no.
Here, having crashed from beyond the outside of Earth, The Doomslayers returned.
Oh my god, it's Doom Senpai!
As he pulls back and reaches for a chain gun.
No! Get us out of this room! Step on me!
We're gonna go ahead and take a break.
Just a break? We are the dumbest demons in the history of demons.
Demons are dumb.
They are. Demons are very dumb.
We'll come back here shortly to pick up the latter half of this chaotic narrative with the arrival of the Doomslayer. Oh, man.
It was like going into the boss fight before you'd fully prepared in the game, and then you couldn't like go back to your previous save file.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back here in just a moment, guys. We'll see you shortly.
humanity's chance to repent.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you.
Saving your people will not bring you peace, only make the burden you carry worse.
For millennia we have survived, made others sacrifice in the name of our prosperity. Who are you, a human, to defy our traditions?
Who would seek to stop this.
You are nothing but a usurper, a false idol.
The only thing they fear is you.
And welcome back. So, last we left off, a spacecraft had crashed its way into the Argent Hammer testing chamber, and upon the smoke clearing, revealed the Doomslayer, the unkillable Hellwalker, the bane of all entities from Hell, has arrived.
Oh no.
As it steps out, weapons drawn, Dr. Samuel Hayden turns to you.
This is delightfully unexpected. Well, I'll leave you to your doom.
He presses. He presses a button on the chamber, and all the doors open, including one behind him, which he then ducks into.
Oh no!
Crap! We gotta get him, and we gotta get out of here.
Where did we see where he went?
Where does it go?
All right, well, you know what, guys? We gotta get out of here. The Doomslayer is coming.
We have to get out of here.
There is indeed a dotted line on the map.
Well, we can't see. We don't know what it is.
Well, you guys have. You guys brought the map with you.
Let's run to the plasma generators and shut them down.
Go over the other side.
It goes to that
yeah,
place.
but should we go that way or should we go this way?
We should.
But regardless,
Here comes the Doomslayer. Go somewhere.
let's go ahead and roll some initiative here. Because
Oh, the Doomslayer!
Doomslayer is on the map.
Should we?
Esther can take care of it.
No, she can't.
Should
We roll at disadvantage?
Everything is.
Everything is at disadvantage, guys, for the rest of the game.
Wow. 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 Oh, no.
No, did you roll a 20?
19.
Oh no!
Alrighty, so 25 to 20. Alrighty, 20 to 15. 15 to 10.
10.
Wow! Okay. Mancubus, 10 to 5.
7.
Oh.
Yeah, just me at 7.
Wow, okay, so we have Riva. 5 to 1.
4.
Okay.
Did you roll 0?
1 minus 1.
Okay then.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And then
this is bad.
Alrighty.
This is bad.
With Dr. Hayden having escaped through a hall behind the chamber, the Doomslayer steps down. And is going to come close, emerging using the chain gun. It's a 30-foot cone to all creatures. All of you need to make a dexterity saving throw, including your demon.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Doesn't matter.
Ooh.
Ah! It's rolling so poorly.
He's rolling really poorly too. That's better. Okay. So, what'd you roll?
You.
Oh, I rolled 8.
16 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
10.
16 points of piercing damage.
27!
You take 8 points of piercing damage.
2.
16 points of piercing damage.
17.
You take 8 points of piercing damage. And your demon, go ahead and roll for your demon.
Let's say 7.
4.
16 points of piercing damage. And is going to use the second action to mow through again. Everyone make another save, please.
It's a little better.
I gotta get out of here.
All right. What'd you roll?
11.
15 points of piercing damage. Phyllis?
An 8 and a 5.
15 points of piercing damage to each of you.
And my demon is dead.
Oh no. Kaka demon is mowed down.
18.
18. You go ahead and take 6 points of piercing damage. Or 7 points of piercing damage.
0.
It'd be 15 points. And you, Mancubus?
14.
14. You take 15 points of piercing damage.
Boy, I'm looking real bad.
The Doomslayer, however, is out of ammo in the chain gun.
Oh, good.
And that is its turn.
Okay.
So, but he's still like, and puts the chain gun away somewhere. It's mysterious. And begins to pull out what looks to be a, we'll say a plasma rifle. All right, cool. So, next, Mancubus, what are you doing?
Can I
Should we split up?
drop a smoke bomb
Yes, you can.
and take off running down
Okay.
the hallway?
Now give me your minis. I'm going to keep tabs of you guys here. So, as you come running, your speed is 30.
Yeah.
We'll say it gets you about there.
But I'm dropping the smoke bomb, between the doors so he doesn't know which way
Correct.
we
So you
ran.
did obfuscate the space.
Yeah.
All right. That's your turn. Riva.
Are you saying this out loud? Like, should we split the
Shall
party?
we split the party?
It's your turn. What are you doing?
What you do? I'm gonna go the other way,
Okay,
the opposite way from it. We're gonna do
Oh my god.
All right. So you run this way. What's your speed?
40.
40. All right. So you can actually get a bit further there. If you have something else, you can use your action to dash and go double movement.
Yeah,
if you want to.
Afterburner.
Oh, and Afterburner's a bonus action. You can move 3. You're.
Oh,
All right. So you
very
actually
nice. Ooh, you can stretch
use your entire turn to get to the other generator. You're like.
Yes, banging into the walls as I'm flying
All right.
through.
As you speed into this chamber, you come in here and you can see there are workers that see you and just start fleeing down towards the exo hangar bay. There is a generator there, almost a carbon copy, if arranged a little differently than the first one that you had seen. And above there is a heavy skyway and a platform above it's held up by these load-bearing pillars that is filled with a whole series of drums that all seem to be sealed and, kind of precarious.
Toxic material.
So anyway, that's your turn. That brings us to Creel. Phyllis, you're on deck.
Oh, God.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stab a medikit into Ichabod.
Okay, so that's your action.
That's my action, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, quickly use action to use a med kit on you.
That's 18 points of healing to you. I'm going to spend my action to move 40 feet down the crew quarters. Yep. And then another 40 feet with my bonus action.
You got it. So that'll get you all the way to the end of the hallway. We'll say about partway into that. Yeah. You got it. All right, that finishes your turn, Creel. Phyllis.
Question.
Could I have moved with my
if I
bonus?
used
Not
up-
with my bonus.
No, you don't have that ability.
If I have gone through all my soul shield hit points, can I cast it again to get it
Yeah, as an
back?
action you can. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move in the direction of Mancubus. I'm gonna follow Mancubus.
Okay, your speed is 25.
Yes, just behind him.
You are just behind Mancubus. You're
Just behind Mancubus.
trying to fly.
I do have a bonus action, but I don't think I can.
You don't have anything that uses a bonus action, unfortunately.
And then I. Musicians, come save me! Music, Hall, Oates, Axel, all of you!
Go ahead and roll your temporary hit points using your soul shield as you pull the nearby souls of the dead to surround you and defend you.
Private eyes. They see your.
We can't clear that, Tim.
12 and 7, 19.
19 total?
Plus 8, so 27.
27 temporary hit points. Mark that down.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
You're slow, but you can keep yourself shielded. Good. All right, so that ends your turn. That brings us to Ichabod. It is just you and the Doomslayer right now as your friends have scattered in different directions. And just
I'm gonna teleport bonus action down the hall 15 feet. Okay. And hopefully he won't know which way I've gone.
Right.
Then, as my action, I will put up a flame wall.
Still.
I know, flame
Flame
wall.
wall going up.
Right across the doorway.
Well
There you go.
And then movement as far as I can go, 20 feet down the hall.
There, you're not very fast. Teleport helped you a little bit. All right, so the flame wall's there. Brings us to the top of the round. The Doomslayer then emerges. How long does the smoke last?
It
1 minute. Oh wait.
No. It just says while the smoke
until
lasts.
the end of your next turn.
Yay!
Okay. So he's not sure which direction to go. He's gonna go ahead and roll to check. He attempts to go to the firewall and then cannot. He cannot pass it and just sees you disappearing that way. So he's gonna go ahead and use the rest of his movement to come into the chamber behind you guys. Now out of ammunition on the chain gun, is actually gonna go ahead and put the plasma rifle away, and the Doom blade extends. You watch as an arm blade arcs out from the left arm. It's going to go ahead and make 3 melee attacks against you, Phyllis.
Ooh, Phyllis!
Oh, no,
I'm so squishy.
Are you?
You got 27
Ooh,
additional.
that's a 28 to hit.
Yeah, you hit me.
Okay. That's a 24 to hit.
You hit me.
And a 12 to hit.
No!
Hey!
Denied!
Roll a natural 3 on that one. So there you go. So 2 hits on you.
Okay, I have 98 hit points.
Oh, that's not
survive
squishy.
a round.
Well, no. The armor class is not so good, and I'm slow.
But
I have my soul.
there's a regenerating.
I've got my musician shield. That's all I got.
19 points of slashing damage.
Suck it, I'm still alive.
Arcing through.
That's what happens. She farts.
All right. Finishing the
sorry,
Doomslayer's turn.
I feel that.
That brings us now to Mancubus's turn.
I'm gonna use all my turn. Can I use my movement and my action to run away?
Yeah, you can dash as your action.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Your movement is 30?
Yeah.
You just emerge. You actually have to duck out of the way, Creel, as you see Mancubus kind of just looming into the room and pretty much taking up the entire hallway. So you're gonna have to flatten it
Just
for a moment.
running!
All right, that finishes your turn.
Come on!
Riva, you're up. Creel, you're on deck.
I'm gonna do the exact same thing I saw Mancubus do in the other room. I'm just gonna pull the red lever.
Okay, so you move in over to the side there.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
You can also you head inside the chamber there. You go ahead and you push up the red lever, right?
I flipped the switch.
Okay. You go ahead and push it up. It locks in place. You see the other locks give up, and the lights begin to blink in a rapid succession, and you hear the.
Yeah. No, that's going up in the right. That's
So
yeah,
now
that's
Yeah, that is your action to do so, to handle all that. You still have some movement if you'd like.
I'm gonna attempt to try to reconvene with our friends on the other side.
Nice. Okay, going through back this way or?
This way.
All right, so use less movement here.
I'm assuming I have some mental recollection of the map.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all you guys do. You study
Okay.
Really good spatial awareness.
Yeah. Your movement
It's a demon ability.
at 40 feet gets you around over here.
Okay.
And you could use Afterburner's last turn, so you can't use it.
Yeah, I can't use
Yeah,
this
so it gets you into you're just now looking into the exo hangar bay. So you come through, all the doors are open. The entirety of the facility has now apparently been opened as part of this release. As you stare into this humongous hangar, there is an elevated platform about 5 feet off the center in a square shape with 3 large load-bearing pillars in the center. And there are multiple heavy mechs that are all lined up against the far wall.
And turned on?
You don't know.
Ooh.
But we're saying, like,
I don't like that.
full on.
Oh god.
Two immediately visible from your perspective.
Oh god.
Hi, boys. I can't do anything else.
That finishes your turn. Creel, you're up. Phyllis, you're on deck.
I'm going to run and bonus action dash towards the flammable material storage unit.
Okay. Bonus action dash?
Yep.
That gets you about there.
Since I will then hold. Can I see what's going on in there yet, or no?
You can see inside. It's a room. You can see a couple of small metal crates in the ground, like cases in the ground, and you can see. And it's kind of dark here. The lights are starting to flicker a little bit. You can see on the far edge some things that remind you of the Argent generators that you saw
I'm
previously.
going to, with my action, summon an advanced demon.
Okay. A Hell Knight. Where do you want to summon it?
Right actually right behind me. I should have summoned it before I left, but yeah, right behind me.
Okay. You go ahead and pull the dark demonic energy, and as you open a small temporary portal, a Hell Knight steps through. This massive, muscular, bipedal demon, featureless in the face, slick except for the jaw and the open mouth, that kind of arrives, stepping through.
We're going to kill some things. That's my turn.
Okay. Well, it gets to go on your turn.
Oh.
So what would you like the Hell Knight to
do? Yeah, I'll go back and help out the back. I wanted to slow down the
Help me. Help me.
do? That'll get him there.
Oh, Jesus, that's it. Okay.
That's your Hell Knight.
I was about to say, does he also get to move as his action too?
Actually, yeah, he can. So if you want to go ahead and push back.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
Hey, look at that.
You got it.
Good.
Alrighty. Phyllis, your turn.
Okay, so I'm moving and acting. So I'm fleeing and regenerating my musician shield.
Okay. As soon as you, in what order? Are you moving away or are you putting the shield up first?
Put the shield up first.
Okay, so go ahead and roll.
Is it Kenny Loggins?
Power! I can't get everything. I shouldn't sing songs.
Power of love.
10. 13 plus 8 is 21.
Okay, you got 21 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
As you move out of the combat range of the Doomslayer, gonna go ahead and make a melee attack with the Doom Blade against you.
Oh, because that's a disengage? Oh, shit.
That is gonna be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, he hit me.
You take 15 points of slashing damage from behind.
Up one.
That gets you 20 feet, will put you to about there at the full distance away. Maybe a little action. About there is where you are. You're pretty slow.
That's right.
Well, 25. I'll meet you in the middle. There you go.
And she's just screaming, help me! Help me!
All right. At the end of your turn, the Doomslayer is going to use legendary action.
Oh no! Legendary action!
Yep. It's going to go ahead and quick shot with the combat shotgun. It's going to go ahead and now pulling the blade away, pull up the combat shotgun, and fire once towards you.
No one knows.
That is
Big pockets.
15 to hit.
Yeah.
All right. It blasts you. Combat shotgun there for. Ooh. 14 points of piercing damage. From behind.
Damn, he's cool.
All right, finishing Phyllis's turn. It is now Ichabod's turn.
Go Icky!
Reva! I will run 20 feet.
All right.
And then dash 20 feet.
That's it. I'm real slow.
Yeah. All right.
Can you like teleport or something?
Only once every other turn.
Oh god.
At the end of your turn, Doomsayer's going to go ahead and use another quick shot. It's going to go ahead, and this is now the second blast.
What are you at? What are you at?
At the combat shotgun.
You're still good. You're still good. I'm alive.
That's going to be a
Do we have any more sticks?
26 to hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And the power for the facility is almost off. We just have one more generator.
Ooh.
So you need to overload.
19 points of piercing damage.
And then the power for the whole
From behind, another blast takes out a chunk of your demon flesh. That brings us now to the Doomslayer's turn.
I thought that, what?
No, that was legendary actions. He gets to do actions on other people's turns because he's a legendary figure.
Oh!
It's been lovely knowing you. No.
I'm so slow. I'm never gonna make it.
How hurt are you at the moment?
47 left.
Okay, that's not too bad. It's going to go ahead and
Can you drop it?
it's going to, as it begins to approach from behind, it's going to go ahead and pull out.
A nightmare.
Yeah, I should.
Should just come back.
Unless we just.
No, it's going to take out a chainsaw. Well, are you flying up in the air as you're pulling away?
Diagonal.
Okay, then you'd be out of melee form for now. So I'd say instead of that, he's going to go ahead and pull the plasma rifle and take 2 shots at you.
Oh.
First one is 20 to hit. Second one is cocked. It's actually really bad. 12.
Excellent. He did not hit.
All right, so that's 2 blasts to the plasma rifle used there. It's going to go ahead and attack you. As the plasma blasts you from behind, you take... Oh, that's not good. 20 points of plasma damage. It's a 5, 6, and a 6 on a 3d6.
Right.
That ends his turn.
Gurgle, 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 slow dead.
Mancubus, you're up.
Okay.
You hear blasts. You hear the shotgun explosions from behind, and then
me
plasma
screaming.
glow. Phil is screaming in pain. What do you do, Mancubus?
I'm gonna drop a smoke bomb.
It has to be a minute before you can use it again.
Shit.
Anything if you
I'm
drop a
gonna
smoke bomb.
run away.
No, you can see through the smoke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just the enemies cannot.
I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna have to keep running.
Okay.
No, but okay. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help Phyllis as much as I can. I'm gonna drop an advanced demon.
Okay. With that.
Do you poop it out?
Oh yeah.
A feral, like pink and red colored, like almost dog humanoid demon emerges from a portal. Giant open jaw with jagged teeth. Many people know this is Pinky. Yep.
Help,
Of course we know
Phyllis!
it's Pinky. 'Cause we all-
It begins to tear through. Speed of 30, gets about there, and is going to double dash over to get into contact with the Doomslayer there, and is now harrying him.
And I'm gonna use my movement to run after Krill.
After Krill.
You got it.
After
At the
Krill.
end of your turn, Mancubus,
Yeah.
the Doomslayer is going to use legendary action to melee riposte against Pinky, the demon.
Pinky!
Setting aside the plasma blaster, revs up a chainsaw and begins to just attempt to tear into the new demon.
No!
Oh, it's a natural 20.
Oh, come on.
That's a 14 to hit,
Oh, no.
and that's cocked. And a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is going to be natural 20. Okay, 26 points of slashing damage.
He's dead.
All right, so this is a glory kill. So you watch as the Doomslayer reaches forward with the chainsaw and digs it into the body of the newly arrived demon. As it pulls back, tears it in, steps up and puts one foot on one half and pushes it apart down the center as it digs the blade down, carving it entirely in two. And with the other foot stomping on where its brain was, it splatters. It releases a burst of Argent energy which seems to heal and reinforce the Doomslayer and refill some of its ammunition.
Oh! Man!
I tried to help you and I made it worse.
Damn helpless.
It's one legendary action down at least.
That does help. All right, Viva, you're up. Krill, you're on deck.
Are these gentlemen doing anything?
You can, at the moment, they are not.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around.
Oh, you turn around and look over your shoulder, and you see your archvile friend Ichabod going.
And I say, Eki, this way's bad. And besides, I can hear Phyllis screeching from the other room. Maybe we might want to go back. This way's got big armored people.
But that way's got the Doom Slayer.
Just sneak through. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to move forward through.
Okay. So you move your 40 speed.
Can you
You're
do it
gonna dash
sneakily though?
Trying to stealth it through?
Yeah, I would say I'm floating probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
I
gonna
can only
be
move 30 when
hard
I'm
to
floating.
stealth with rocket boosters. I'm just putting it out there.
I don't think. Can I afterburn again?
You can. It's been around since I did last
Okay.
time.
Yeah. I'll afterburn. Yeah. And then
Okay.
I'm no stealth at
So
all.
40,
I'm gonna afterburn.
40, and then.
Yes.
Good girl.
So
Okay, you're gonna wake him up right when I get
From
there.
their standpoint, you don't even have a chance to see if there was any reaction.
Okay. Good.
All right, that finishes your go. At the end of your turn, the Doomslayer is going to go ahead and.
No.
Oh, he did also gain. Sorry from that.
No.
He did gain 10 temporary hit points as part
We
of
just
it.
gotta overload the generators and we gotta kill the doctor. That's all. And
Gonna
then
go ahead
we
and
leave.
quick shot again. With the Pinky gone. It's gonna be Phyllis.
Barely knew you, Pinky.
Natural 1.
Hey!
Lucky son of a bitch.
Thank you.
All right, that brings us to Creel. Phyllis, you're on deck.
I'm going to take my action to run straight towards the plasma generator.
Your action or movement?
My movement, I mean, sorry.
It's about 40, right?
Oh, it's the plasma generator's over there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, in there. Okay, and then
Terminal's right there.
Can
so
I?
you get right up to the terminal.
I'm going to pull the lever. I'm going to power it up. I'm going to do the
Takes
red.
your
The
action
red.
to do this. So you pull it down. You see all the locks go, and all the pieces there. The lights begin to pattern across the front, and you hear the hum begin to rise in intensity slowly.
I'm going to check that weird little room right in the corner with my bonus action.
What's up right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna dart over to that space. You glance inside. First off, in this chamber, as you kind of look around as you move through, you can see the room is filled with small metal crates all across the space that have symbols on the side of a flame. You rush and look into the other chamber, and it is filled with it. There is just, it's like floor to ceiling storage for flammable materials used for munitions creation and other things within the department. You also hear a sound of metal feet running.
It's our guy.
As you run through, the Dr. Hayden runs from a secret doorway in the center of the generator and heads, let's see, full movement here on Hayden's turn. That would be 30 feet, so you can move there. And as you rush in, you can see that Hayden stops for a moment, glancing and looks in your direction, and then back over the Mancubus around the corner.
You've done well, but the work continues. The work has to continue. You don't understand the importance. You're too primitive.
With that, you watch as Hayden extends a hand. What looks to be a small, like reddish, almost ruby bone type rod suddenly flashes, and a massive, semi-translucent, greatsword-like blade of reddish tint, runes across the side, emerges, nearly the size of him. It now brings us to...
Wait, I have my demon as well.
That's right, your demon gets to go.
Just gonna move to get in the way of everything that's happening.
Save my demon for the dog.
Get about there. They can move in to try and make attacks on the...
I'm gonna move in to try and make attacks.
Go for it. So go and make 2 attacks with your helmet.
That blade is intimidating.
Yeah. 2 attacks.
It's the size of
That's,
it.
You're huge.
20 to hit, and a natural 1.
One attack, but you do have one attack that did hit.
Okay, that's
So.
That's 10 points of damage.
10. You just managed to knock away the additional armor that he had received from the glory kill.
Yep.
All right, and that demon is in the way. All right, end of your turn. He's going to use his last legendary action to go ahead and make a melee riposte against the demon that just arrived. That'll be a natural 1.
Hey!
Misses your Hell Knight. Okay, that's all of his legendary actions. Phyllis, you're up.
Set up my whole shield. It's a soul music shield.
Go ahead and roll your additional temporary hit points.
Keep doing it.
Ooh, she's hard to kill. You're hard to kill, Phyllis.
14 and 4, 18 and 8 is 26. And I continue to fly slowly away. Up and away.
That's about as far as you get.
It's just like she's just.
You're the least. You're the worst individual to be towing this line here, unfortunately. All right, that finishes Phyllis's turn. Ichabod, you're up.
Oh, Reva! I will walk my 20 feet.
Maybe you can just destroy the room.
Then I'll dash my other 20 feet.
This feels like a bad idea.
And I'll teleport 15 feet.
As you come in that corner, you can see the mechs across the way.
No.
And seem to be like turning in the direction of the other entranceway, having noticed something suddenly rocket through it at lightning speed in the chamber. They haven't noticed you yet.
Then I won't teleport in, I guess. I'll just wait. If they haven't noticed me.
Okay.
Right?
You got it. They have not noticed you.
Okay, I'll just wait.
Okay. That finishes your go. Doomslayer takes his turn. Legendary actions are back. With the ammunition back up, you're just out of range for the chain gun with the movement you just did there, I think, and being at the helmets there. It's going to go ahead and take 2 ballista shots at the Hell Knight in front. So you watch as putting the chainsaw away, pulls out this thing that looks like a strange mix between an arcane magical device and a futuristic alien crossbow. And as he lifts it up, energy in the center of it begins to pull back and then launch like a railgun. Makes this high-pitched sound with each fire. 2 shots at the Hell Knight. The first one is a 13 to hit.
Miss.
And a 23 to hit.
That hits.
All right. So the first one just goes wide. The Hell Knight kind of like dodges out of the way and almost smacks it out of the side. The other one does impact in the chest and deals 27 points of plasma damage.
Just a smear.
All right. It's not a glory kill, unfortunately, because it was not with a melee attack. And does use one of the ballistic pieces of ammunition, but does kill the Hell Knight and uses his turn. All right.
That's great. You guys are doing great.
Mancubus, you're up.
Okay.
Leva, you're on deck.
I'm gonna walk forward and turn the corner.
Uh-huh.
And see. No. Oh no, I'm right over there.
Oh, sorry, yeah. You turn the corner and just see there, blade in hand, Dr. Samuel Hayden.
Okay, so what do I see around him?
Right now, standing in the doorway, and then behind it, you can see a couple of crates scattered. Just roll a perception check for me.
21.
21. You do see that on some of these crates just beyond, they have a flame symbol on them.
How far away am I?
You're about 15 feet from Dr. Samuel Hayden.
I'm gonna shoot behind the doctor and try to explode the crates behind him.
Go for it, roll an attack.
19.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Do I roll damage, just regular damage to the crates? 7 damage to the
7 points
crates.
fire damage. As you aim your heavy cannon upward, it fires, and you watch Dr. Hayden kind of duck out of the way, the head kind of watching it pass over the shoulder and impact one of the crates behind. The entire room detonates. Samuel Hayden is going to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw and fails.
Please, Dr. Samuel Hayden. You didn't go to fake medical school for you to...
You're right, Sam. You're right. Does take 26 points of fire damage, but is fire resistant because he's made of metal. Still 13 points of fire damage, and is blown forward and knocked prone at your feet.
Oh, that's good.
So it's like
I rolled again because it was supposed to be a disadvantage, but the other one was higher than the previous one. So
you got it. Okay.
So then I use my second attack.
Point blank, just go for it.
Is it advantage now because he's prone?
Yes, it's just a single roll.
Single roll.
Sweet, 19.
19 that hits.
5 damage.
5 damage. Blast impacts, but the metallic cyborg body of Dr. Samuel Hayden is quite resilient.
But he's prone.
He's prone. All right.
Is he a dentist? Like, what kind of doctor is he?
You have no idea.
I want to know. Next time the mask comes up, I want this to happen.
Really, you're up.
Time to scoot. Oh, I didn't do it.
There it is.
There we go.
Oh no.
I'm gonna summon some of my friends. They're big fans of mine, and I'm gonna say, hey boys, I need you to go make a little distraction so Ichabod can get through. Go play with the mechs, and I'm gonna summon lesser demons, like a bunch of them.
Okay, you got it. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
Is this also a disadvantage? I'm assuming yes.
No, this would not be. This is just a...
Four.
All right.
So I get 6 lesser demons.
Wow.
All right.
Whoa.
And with that, 5 zombies in a carcass apparate behind you in the middle of this hallway, filling it. You see a bunch of these skeletal zombies with elements of metallic accoutrement and cyborg elements affixed to their rotting body, and one that has, where its legs would be, these 3 spider-like limbs and a large cannon-like arm as they skitter and look towards you, then look in the opposite direction towards the hangar, and begin to hobble out in that direction.
Go. Go do Mama's bidding.
All right. That's going to clutter up that space for a bit there. Good on you.
Hopefully they'll buy you
So that's your
a little
action?
bit of time.
Yeah, sure, it's great.
You still have your movement.
I'm going to continue to move forward.
All right.
Zoom, zoom.
There you go. Darting towards the center meeting place there. That finishes your turn, Reva. It's now Dr. Samuel Hayden's turn. As the doctor slowly stands up, facing off with Mancubus in the hallway, holding the crucible blade in hand.
Oh no.
Tell me your name. I want to know your name before you die.
Mancubus!
Goodbye, Mancubus.
And is going to go ahead and attack twice with the
Don't
crucible.
forget to floss.
Oh, shit. Okay, 23 and a 20 to hit. This blade, as it carves through your body, the runes glow, and it seems to inflict a pain you've not felt, especially one that is generally pretty resistant to the nicks and scratches of the earthly realm, but this is no earthly weapon.
Oh no.
You take 18 points of slashing damage on the first strike, and 17 points of slashing damage on the second one.
Yeah.
You're too big to get past. Samuel Hayden is facing off with you in the middle of the hallway. As a note, and I should have remembered this, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw for me because you were in the exploding room.
Fire resistance.
12.
12. That's a failure.
Okay.
You take 12 points of fire damage, reduced to 6 because you're resistant.
Thank you.
But you are prone from the explosion, throwing you against the back wall.
Make sure I did my math right on it.
All right, that finishes Samuel Hayden's turn. Brings us to Creel. Phyllis, you're on deck. What you got, buddy? Actually, at the end of Samuel Hayden's turn, Doomslayer is going to use a legendary action to go ahead and make...
I'm around the corner.
Oh, you're out of range for the combat shotgun. So it's going to use plasma rifle. Are you fucking serious? Sorry, it's not cursing. Natural 1. Again, they're up.
Hey!
Stop it! She's mad.
Yes.
I will die with glory.
Okay, now it's Krill's turn.
I'm going to get up.
Half your movement, so it's 20 feet there.
I'm going to...
The room is now burning, by the way. And at the beginning of the turn, you do take 11 points of fire damage. Actually, as a marker here, we'll say that this chamber is just on fire as a marker. So, you take 4 points of fire damage. It was 9 originally, reduced to 4. The entire room is in flames now. And so you take damage at the top of your turn. Now you get up. You have 20 feet of movement left. What are you doing?
I'm going to start moving towards the door.
Okay. 20 more feet. I'll get you about there.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to use a stim pack.
Okay.
On myself.
Okay.
So.
I'm back
9, 11. I'm going to die otherwise. So.
Yeah, no, good move.
This brings me up a bit. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to get as far. There's not really a way to get entirely out of the room, is there?
No, it's currently blocked. You're kind of stuck in there.
Well, at the very least, I'm going to get on the other side and create a flanking situation.
You got it. Okay, good on you. That finishes your turn. At the end of your turn,
compared to him.
Doomslayer is going to take another legendary action to go ahead and fire another plasma rifle shot at Phyllis. There we go. That's an 18 to hit. Okay. Plasma rifle will deal to you 15 points of plasma damage to you from behind. You watch these this extremely fast careening balls of plasma that come firing out and blast you in the side just as you're turning the corner, about to make your way out into the hallway. It catches you in the back. That's going to be the end of that turn. It's your turn, Phyllis.
If I dash, how far can I?
Move twice your movement, so it puts you at 50.
I don't know how far that.
That would put you into this chamber, probably about there. About there, actually.
They don't stack.
Yeah, they don't stack.
They don't stack. So I could do it on top. It would start over.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Dash.
All right.
Run away!
And just cruise up in that direction.
I see Reva.
Reva! I'm coming, darling.
All right.
I don't know why I'm doing spirit fingers.
I've been doing them the whole time.
Liza Minnelli.
Ending your turn.
Yeah.
A final legendary action for the Doomslayers. Can you use Slayer Dash?
Slayer Dash.
Dash forward just 20 feet there. Now it brings us to Ichabod's turn.
Wait, did they ever go?
Huh? Oh yeah, they're if you want to push them into they are now getting engaged with them, and they have no idea you're there. They're distracted by the horde of zombies and the carcass that are out there, and it is just now a firefight, and chunks of bone and ammunition are flying out in that side of the chamber.
I will move as far as I can, which is like 40 feet.
Into it?
Yeah. What,
Like
yeah.
along the wall.
Go the other way.
40 feet will get you about there.
Yeah, I mean, I can't move very fast at all.
You can
How far can you
dash.
teleport?
No, so it's 20 feet of movement.
All right, so 40 feet, that's as far as you can actually probably get you about there.
Okay. And then 15 more feet teleporting. Can I teleport just to...
You will teleport into the middle of the fray, which is a risk, but you can take it. It's up to
I'm
you.
taking it.
All right. You are now surrounded by these screaming zombies being like bashed and crushed by these two giant mechs, and the third mech on the opposite side is now coming online.
Oh, jeez.
It's not there yet. There are other soldiers that are rushing to get weapons. All right, that finishes your turn. Top of the round, the lights are flickering and brightening throughout the entire facility. You even notice, like, the soldiers in the fight go like, they're confused by it.
Be confused, yes.
All right, that brings us to the Doomslayer's turn. Doomslayer gets his legendary actions back.
Boom. Skrillex is killing it tonight.
Yeah.
He's right over the
feet there.
Oh
He's
god.
gonna go ahead and
Can we see? Oh no.
40 feet up this way. That's his movement.
Oh god, we're gonna be
And
surrounded.
his action. That's his turn.
Oh.
This is his movement and his action to get caught up. You guys managed to dart and keep him held up enough where he had to spend a whole turn just rushing forward.
These tunnels.
Alrighty. Mancubus, you're up.
Don't really have much of an option here. I'm gonna hold up my cannons and go on either side of him.
Okay, just point blank on both sides of Dr. Samuel Hayden. All right, roll for attack.
Disadvantage on each?
Correct. Oh, no,
Oh, no.
because you are flanked.
Okay.
So straight roll.
Straight rolls. 15.
Misses.
And the other one misses too. I don't know how I miss when
You
I'm
go
right
and
there.
face both sides, and as you pull, Dr. Samuel Hayden just ducks out of the way, and both blasts hit in the middle and explode. It kind of sears your face a bit, and you're like, momentarily blinded as he stands back up in space to taunt you.
I will not fall. I am the savior of mankind.
All right.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
I'm gonna use. Oh no, that's an action. I can't.
Movement?
That's. Is that an Infernal Leap? That's an action, or is that movement?
Infernal Leap is part of your movement.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna use. If he hits me, I'm dead.
That's okay. I'm gonna use my infernal leap to leap 10 feet away from him and then run.
Okay. You leap back into the hallway. He's going to take a swing in the air towards you with the crucible as an attack of opportunity. That is... He rolled low. 13 to hit?
He doesn't hit me!
Oh my god, okay. Goes to swing wide and it just like...
I suck
Misses
in my
by
belly.
You land backward and you're said using the rest of your movement to go in?
Yeah, just run away.
You rush into the chamber and immediately come in to see the Doomslayer step out of the chamber and turn right towards you. All right, that finishes your turn, Mancubus. Riva, you're up.
Okay. I see what's happening. I
Yeah.
don't like it at all. Do I still have my little thingy?
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna see if I can activate it and throw it at him.
This is the box one or the spherical one?
I have the sphere.
Yeah. All right. So you go ahead and throw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe it'll freeze him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go ahead and you
It's the same
chuck
thing
it.
I have. Can I tell him what it is?
He has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Maybe it'll stick.
No, that's a fail. But he uses legendary resistance.
Oh.
So you throw the grenade, and it just dodges out of the way. It doesn't go off, but it like bing, bounces and hits the ground. No effect.
Okay. Well, that was awkward. I move it to the comm center.
All right. You kind of dart around. You can move through your friends, and that gets you.
As you like slow motion run and look and
So
scream.
I like turn to Phyllis and Mancubus and I say, "Sorry, performance anxiety."
You're just getting into the door of the comm center right
Fangirling a
now.
little bit.
All right. At the end of your turn, the Doomslayer is going to go ahead and spend a legendary action
to kill me.
to quick shot. You.
Yeah. But look, Phyllis, you can get out. Save yourself, Phyllis!
No, actually, no. It's not going to quick shot. It's not going to quick shot. It's going to spend a legendary action to Slayer Dash.
Slayer Dash.
Which means he moves 20 feet directly into the room and is now like up against you. You guys are base to base with each other right now. That ends its turn. It is now Samuel Hayden's turn.
Oh, they's flanking
Hayden.
me.
It's going to go ahead and.
I'm going to take
Yes, you do.
a attack of opportunity.
Go for it.
Is that at disadvantage?
Yes, all. Boo. Sorry, man. Didn't stop the hammer.
Hey, that's 16.
That's a
16 misses.
Oh!
Barely. It's made of metal, man. It hits, but it strikes off the back. The metal screening off of it, sparks flying.
Come on.
Runs around to the back of Mancubus, who's blocking the doorway.
The bad
It's gonna make 2 attacks with the crucible against you.
No!
You hear the voice come up from behind as the blade holds it to one side.
I've already forgotten your name.
Oh!
It's me!
That 21 to hit?
Damn it.
Okay. You take
I don't take your insurance.
22 points of slashing damage.
Oh my god, John.
Mancubus plummets to the ground.
Thank you, boy.
Inside the chamber.
I at least fall backwards onto the doctor.
Roll a d20 for me. An 11 or higher, sure.
No!
You slump forward on the ground. It's going to go ahead and make a second strike on your unconscious body with the crucible, which is advantage because you're on the ground. That is an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
You immediately lose 2 death saving throws.
2 death saves!
Critical hit. The crucible blade just carving into the back of your demon flesh, it burning into ash as it passes through your unconscious body.
Because we're demons, do death saves help us? Because we're like demons?
That's not how it works, sorry.
That's worth a shot.
It was.
Brave, yeah.
All right, it is the end of Samuel Hayden's turn. The Doomslayer is going to go ahead and take a shotgun shot, a quick shot against Phyllis.
Oh boy, we're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
That's gonna be.
But we're overriding the thing. The thing is getting
14 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. You take 12 points of piercing damage.
Hey.
Okay.
From the shotgun blast. Now it is Creel's turn. Phyllis, you're on deck.
Just try to kill the doctor.
Come on, Krill.
I'm going to step out of the fire.
Okay, you do take
at the top of the round. 2 points of fire damage.
Reduced.
Yep, to 1.
All right.
So I'd say a full movement of 40, that gets you right up to the back of Dr. Hayden.
I would not gonna. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna take that, but before I do that, I'm going to release my wolf again at Dr. Hayden. So.
Okay, so you use your action to summon up the wolf and toss it downward. The wolf charges around, flames like careening off of its body as it curves around the corner and pushes its way towards Samuel Hayden. That means he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
No. It just when it reaches your target, it explodes and the target just takes.
Oh, that's right. Yes, go ahead and roll damage.
9 points of fire damage.
9 points of reduced to 4.
Reduced to 4.
Resistant to fire.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's a
unfortunate
thing.
because that's all that we have.
Yeah.
Is fire damage?
Pretty much.
There's some variations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's.
Wait, no, I'm fired too.
Actually, do I have any more movement, or it's just too crowded to move in?
Well, right now, yeah, he's blocking your way out of there.
Okay.
I mean, actually, it's not, the hallway's wide enough and the door's wide enough. It's about 10 foot, so you could get past him, but you will take an attack of opportunity.
No, he already used his reaction.
Might be enough to like.
That's right.
He did. I'm going to try and see how far, and then I'm going to use my bonus to run. I'm going to see if I can.
No, but he just got his turn before you.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Can you kill him?
Up to you.
Can you swipe him?
I can. I'm done. I'm just going to hold here because at least this way he'll be distracted.
You got it. All right. End of your turn. Doomslayer is going to use his last legendary action to go ahead and quick shot you again, Phyllis. This is going to be an 18 to hit.
Oh.
Got it. Yeah, he hit me.
You take 5 points of piercing damage. Double ones on the damage die.
Yes. Wow. You are proving to be much harder to kill than anybody else.
It's survival. It's what they're done. All right. That finishes Chris. Phyllis, you're up.
So I'm gonna get my soul shield back up.
Michael McDonald!
And let's find out how much that is. Where's the other one?
Do you need some D8s?
No, it's cool. Just use this one. 8.
Ooh.
8.
Whoa.
18 plus 8 is 26.
Nice.
Damn.
And I am gonna duck around as far as I can around the corner.
20 feet? 25?
Yeah, as far as I can. And maybe, towards the TP relay.
Okay. Finishing your turn.
We bamfing out of here? What's happening?
Ichabod, your
Doctor,
turn.
we gotta kill the doctor.
I know. I just don't know where else to go.
Oh, my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, did they go? The mechs?
Oh, yeah, the mech. Actually, that's a valid point. They do not. I rolled a 4 on the perception. They are not interested in you at the moment. They are currently fighting the rest of them. So none of their attacks come against you. It is your turn.
Keep going, dude!
I'll run 20 feet. And then... I mean, I can't teleport. I guess those demons are gonna hold them off for a while, right? So I'm gonna throw an advanced demon ahead of me.
Okay.
Right, because I can't do anything else. Everything else is 30-foot range.
Another Hell Knight appears in front of you in the hallway.
Just say, go and kill the doctor.
The dentist.
30, get you about there.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Not going to teleport. Oh, you teleported last
I just
turn.
teleported last turn.
Such chaos.
Okay, you got it. Top of the round. The lights are getting brighter and brighter, and you can notice the actual temperature within the entire base is beginning to slowly rise.
Yeah!
I believe
We at least did something right.
We've done something right.
Successful.
This is the Doomslayer's turn. The Doomslayer is going to step into this area
Oh no.
and, seeing you immediately on the inside of the chamber, pulls out a chainsaw and is gonna lay into you.
This has
Reva.
happened in my dreams. Nightmares, dreams. I don't know.
That is going to be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Cocked. A 15 to hit.
No.
And 24 to hit.
Ooh.
That's a hit.
All right, so you dodge one of them, but the first strike, the blade comes and grinds into your back shoulder. You pull down as the second one tries to come by, and you burst out of the way. Your afterburner is kind of pulling you just out of the swipe range. However, he dashes inward, and before you can even recover, the blade comes up once more and digs into your torso and up past your clavicle, sending all sorts of demon gore splattering around. You take the first strike.
Okay.
10 points of slashing damage. And then 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And he gets his legendary actions back.
We're all down to it.
Alrighty.
We're all on fumes except for
Mancubus, roll a death saving throw for me.
Oh no, Mancubus.
It's about to be bad, you guys.
Mancubus expires as Samuel Hayden takes the crucible blade and spins it and thrusts it into the demon form, burning around the wound. Eventually, the flesh begins to burn away into ash as Hayden pulls back the crucible, looking down upon the ruin of his smited foe.
You're just meat. Worthless meat.
Reva, you're up.
I'll be reborn.
I can't exactly tell where I am. Do I still have I have line of sight on Mancubus? Does that mean I have line of sight on Hayden?
You would have. I'll say you do.
Okay.
He has somewhat covered, so there might be a bonus to his armor class, but
Okay. I'll die by the hands of the Doomslayer if it means that our mission is complete. Mancubus was more than meat. He was the heart of the party. And I rocket barrage because I believe it's off cooldown.
Yeah, it is.
At Hayden, so I get
Do
6
it.
shots, but I don't know if any of them are gonna hit.
Come on, you got this. You got this. Natural
You're firing
20s.
at Dr.
Also, wait, also
Basil Hayden?
engaged?
Yes.
Technically?
Yes, at Hayden.
Hayden's engaged?
Oh yeah, so they're not at disadvantage.
Well, no. Engaged doesn't mean anything.
Okay, that's right.
They are
Yeah.
disadvantaged.
They are at disadvantage. Oh my gosh, I have to roll a lot. Okay. So, a 24.
That hits.
Okay. And
That's a good roll.
That was a good roll. Wait, no, it was 23.
Still hits.
Okay. So I got 1 hit. Oh, that's not gonna hit. 9.
No.
7.
No.
I just know that didn't hit.
Uh-huh.
And then, so another, my roll's 10.
No. Sorry.
Disadvantage, man.
Yeah, disadvantage got me again.
hammer.
So I believe that's all 6.
That's all 6. You got 1 hit.
Yeah, I got 1 hit. I got 1 hit. Disadvantage really got me on that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I rolled a 1 on my.
Oh no!
6 fire damage.
All right. It's 3 fire damage.
Oh!
Dr. Samuel Hayden.
No!
The disadvantage is brutal.
I know. You guys were so close to stopping the hammer in time, and then that last rain went through. I'm so sorry. All right, that finishes your go, Reva. It is now Samuel Hayden's turn.
My grief, my tears hurt my aim.
Samuel Hayden is going to go ahead and dart through.
I get an
You
attack
do.
of opportunity.
And it's going to come in through base to base with the 2 of you in that area. So go ahead and make your attack.
15?
15 misses.
Oh my god.
Darts past, gets in the center there. Because you're flying, you're not blocking him. He's going to go ahead and dash.
Oh no, is he escaping?
He's trying to get away.
That brings us
We were
to...
shut down the teleporter. Shut down the teleporter.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to find it.
All right. That brings us to Creel's turn. Phyllis, you're on deck.
I'm going to take my 40 movement to follow him.
Okay.
I'm floating, so I can't block you.
That gets you right behind the Doomslayer.
What is the Doomslayer? That's it?
Which means you can move past him, but you will get an attack of opportunity.
That's okay. I'm taking that attack of opportunity.
Okay, so 40 feet will get you kind of partially in the chamber there. He swings at you with the chainsaw. Natural 1. You're a lesson.
I'll take my bonus action, move another 40.
That gets you between Phyllis and the good doctor.
And I'm going to take my action to move another 40.
Oh.
Okay. Block the teleporter.
That gets you up to right up to the relay where the actual teleporter station is. The doctor does get an attack of opportunity on you.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Oh no. Oh no.
Let's see how this goes. Where's another D12? Hold on. There we go. You are a lucky son of a bitch.
Woo!
We'll still see how it is. All right. 2D12 damage. And I rolled a 1 and a 4.
Oh!
So it's 5 to 10. You still say 16 points of slashing damage.
Woo!
I can't. On a crit?
Happened, man.
I'm still standing.
Okay.
Somehow a soul is coming out of my mouth.
So that finishes your turn?
That finishes my turn.
Okay.
Oh, I can't decide which of these two to do.
At the end of your turn, the Doomslayer is going to go ahead and take. It's going to go ahead and melee riposte you with a chainsaw. That is going to be it's a natural 19.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. You take. 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay, I'm still up. Barely.
Oh boy.
Okay.
How many
Phyllis, you're up.
Medical bay on my way down the hall.
So, I move.
I'm never gonna get down this hall.
Is it possible for me to get in front of the? Is it possible for me to get in front of the doctor between him and Krill?
You are flying, so yeah.
Okay, so that's my movement.
Okay. So you'll get just kind of. You're above and slightly ahead of.
And I'm gonna
you're not blocking him.
Spin around, and I am gonna project all of my musicians and dead people and all of you. Take it. Take the more. Take the pain.
Perfect. So you're firing your entire soul shield as a projectile.
Soul shield projectile.
Okay, so you lose your temporary hit points.
Debbie Boom.
Oh, cool.
Dexterity saving throw of a DC 16.
Dolly Parton.
Fail.
Yeah, that's a 5. That's
He takes 26
6 points of
necrotic damage.
As the soul shield vanishes forward, it slams into the back of Samuel Hayden. You watch as the necrotic energy seeps into all parts of the body, and he tumbles to one knee. The whole mechanical elements of the body shaking with the impact as the dark energy fades and slips inside. The head kind of glances up just towards where you are, angry.
You're my new favorite.
Come and get me.
Alrighty. Finishing Phyllis's turn, the end of the turn. Doomslayer is going to take another legendary action to take another melee attack at you. That's a 4 plus 9. That is a 13.
Does not hit.
Yay!
Okay.
I'm bobbing. I'm weaving. I'm dancing.
Ichabod.
Ikebod! Well, on my turn, the demon will move as far as he can to try to catch up with the doctor.
You got it.
With the doctor.
The doctor's way over here.
Yeah.
You can't get. I mean, you can try and move through. The Doomslayer already uses reaction, so it can't strike. So we'll say full movement at 30 feet. Sure, we'll say manages to get up to the doctor, but that takes everything it has in its turn.
And then I will use all my movement to run down this long hallway.
20.
And then another 20.
20.
And then a 15 teleport. I'm getting there, guys!
You got it. We just gotta get the doctor.
Incubus, I'm coming for you!
Oh, he doesn't.
Just give me another minute and a half!
End of the turn, Doomslayer is going to take a third legendary action to attempt. He's going to attempt another melee riposte with the chainsaw against you. You're on the cusp. 15? Is that it?
Nope.
Whoa!
My armor class is 18.
You are a lucky son of a bitch. Okay. All right. Okay. So that brings us to the top of the round. Sparks start shooting out of the various light arrangements at the top of the different hallways and chambers. You can now hear, though you are not near any of the Argent generators, you can now hear the heavy vibration is now shaking the entire facility. And now it's the Doomslayer's turn.
How long are we gonna tango like this?
Buy a girl a drink, will ya?
As you smile and give your skull-faced wink.
It's all teeth.
Yep, all teeth. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
That is going to be 16 points of slashing damage.
Oh, I'm gone. As it hits me, I'm just like, honestly, this is how I always wanted to go. It's a really big honor.
Love your work.
Matthew, it was inscribed on tablets when I was growing up.
You fall into the ground. You're not dead, but you're unconscious.
Okay.
The second attack with the chainsaw comes down with advantage. That's cocked. Yeah, it'll hit. It's like an auto crit. You lose 2 death saving throws as the Doomslayer steps onto your chest and with the chainsaw kind of digs it through your torso, the bones of the ribcage splintering as cords are snapping and liquid and fuel is starting to jettison out of the exposed ends. Let's make its third attack against you on the ground. You were so lucky. So a
Maybe
natural 3 and a natural 1.
Spot for me.
Maybe. A natural 3 and a natural 1, which with your AC, even on the ground, the blade of the chainsaw comes down and it hits part of the metal and scrapes. Sparks go flying. Does not seem to pierce through and end your demonic existence yet. Doomslayer is going to go ahead and move into the chamber, stepping over your body.
No.
And move over towards the Hell Knight. Now, Riva, make a death saving throw for me, please.
You can do it.
I believe in you.
I failed.
As you lie there on the ground, the fuel that's been spraying, an element of it catches a bit of a spark from the lights, and suddenly your entire body explodes. The rocket boosters that are affixed to your torso detonating as the fuel catches fire, and you are ash.
One would argue that if it was an explosion,
Exactly, it should hit him. It should
maybe
do
the
things.
Doomslayer would have to make a dex save. I'm just saying.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Argue.
He fails, but then uses legendary action to succeed.
Oh! But I used up a legendary action.
Yeah. You did.
Yeah, you did.
I went
He
out like
takes-
a blast.
You did. You did very much so. Took 5 points of fire damage.
Do you have that? Do you have that soul?
Oh, yes.
Who's that? Oh, that's John Bon Jovi. Yeah.
It's Samuel Hayden's turn.
Dead all
He's
right.
gonna move underneath you and push past you to get onto the teleportation.
No! Do you both get swipes at it? Do you both get swipes?
Yeah, attack of
From
opportunity
you.
for.
You're flying above.
Does that not count? Okay.
So you're not gonna have opportunity, but you do. So make your strike.
Hey!
Woo!
That's 25 to hit.
That hits.
Jeez.
I'm going to use my axe.
Yeah, you are.
So that's 13 points of slashing damage. Not
nice, great. The axe cuts through part of the leg, and you watch as some of the metal bends from the impact, and elements of it sever. The leg itself now kind of exposing the perpetual damage it seems to be sustaining. His robotic body itself now showing some heavy wear and tear. All right. He steps onto the chamber.
No!
And you can now the teleport relay is beginning to spin up
Oh no.
as he looks over the rest of you.
Everything you've done meant nothing.
That finishes his turn. Creel, you're up.
Oh yes.
Kill him. Get the teleporter.
I don't know if this will kill him. I don't think he's that hurt, but I can, on the other hand, I'm going to shove him off the teleporter.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh yeah.
Disadvantage.
A disadvantage, yeah.
You're strong.
14?
You actually beat him. You rolled a 12. You shove him back off the relay as he gets pushed backward, and the relay begins to power back down without him on to trigger the exit. Okay.
I'm going to try standing on the relay.
Okay.
You're gonna
stand onto the
teleport
relay,
over?
and it begins the process of warming up once more.
Oh.
No, that's good, because then
Okay.
he's going to have to shove you off.
Yep,
to get on
yep.
there.
That's great. Okay.
And I wonder if I can just destroy the relay.
Maybe. It's my turn.
That is your turn. At the end of your turn, no, the Doomslayer's used all of his secondary actions. So yes, Phyllis, what are you doing?
I want to destroy the relay. Can I see the relay from where I am? Is it?
Not from where you currently are, but you can move into here, and you
Okay,
can have a
great.
very definitive view of it.
I'm gonna shoot a lost soul at the relay to destroy it.
Any particular place? Just
Did you see the
the
red
top
gem?
of it?
Oh yeah, that red gem. Did we see the red relay crystal above the
Make a
pod?
perception check for me.
There's no pigeons in this world. It has to be something else.
All the pigeons are dead.
It's a demon pigeon.
It's a demon
5
pigeon.
plus 7, 12.
12. You don't see the crystal, unfortunately. You just see the relay, all like the apparatus above the platform itself that is spinning up with the Argent energy.
And the platform that he's on.
Correct.
I'm gonna hit the thingy above. I'm gonna shoot my lost soul at the
Go for it. Roll for an
Thingy.
attack.
Believe in you.
7 plus something.
Oh, disadvantage.
That was it. 7 plus. Do I get my strength plus that?
Oh, no, it's plus
Oh,
your-
plus 7. 7 plus 7, 14.
14. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
7. 11 plus 4, 15.
15 points of damage. You impact the relay. It is not organic, so it is resistant to necrotic damage. But the damage does seep through, and you can see it starting to the relay above the teleporter platform itself is starting to show wear and tear. It's like you can hear the creaking of metal, and some of the wires are beginning to wither and darken. So it's taking damage.
Doesn't type anything.
I finish your turn, Phyllis?
Yes, although I'm turning around and like steeling myself to face the doctor.
Okay. Ikebod, you're up.
Oh, hi. I'll move as far as I can. Can I?
Get just into the chamber, and you see the exploded bits in the blackened crater on the floor that was once your friend Riva, and to the left of you, you can see the large, partially incinerated body of Mancubus.
My butt is oozing out of smoke.
Yep.
No!
Where you were keeping those.
No, what happened? What cursed my slow legs? Why on earth? Oh no! I used my action as well to get there, right?
Yeah.
Can you teleport? Yeah, you can use
Did I
it.
teleport last?
You teleported last turn.
Yeah.
You did?
I did
Oh.
last turn.
So you spend your turn lamenting.
I'll use my bonus action to take sad pictures of the dead bodies of my friends. Oh,
perfect.
I'll still post this on social media later. Oh, it's been a Polaroid this whole time.
Do you dry your tears with the Polaroid?
Perfect. Okay. Finishing your turn, come back to the top of the round again. The temperature is rising quite intensely now. The walls themselves, their gray color is starting to go faintly red, and the floor itself is starting to deal damage in its own right. So, at the top of the Doomslayer's turn, he takes...
Not to Phyllis, though.
No, not to Phyllis. Takes 3 points of fire damage. And the Doomslayer is going to go ahead and... not close enough to make that worthwhile. It's going to chainsaw the Hell Knight. That is a 14 to hit. Misses.
Nope.
That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
And a 14 to hit.
Which misses.
Wow. Okay, he's going to go ahead and chainsaw into the Hell Knight for 14 points of slashing damage.
Whose Hell Knight is that?
Oh, that's mine.
Terrace, nope.
Yeah, still
He's still
standing.
good. He's still standing.
Yeah.
Okay, so mark that down. 14 points.
How many points?
14 points of slashing damage.
Okay, great.
Goes to chainsaw twice more, and the Hell Knight grabs the Doomslayer's arm and pulls back and manages to withdraw him for a second, pushes him against the wall. The Doomslayer angrily comes forward and shoulder checks and brings the chainsaw up a third time, but the Hell Knight manages to push him to the side. They're having this epic struggle in the middle of this hallway right now.
Go Hell Knight. He's doing better than you did.
Way better.
He's going to use his movement to spin around without leaving contact with the Hell Knight, but kind of in the forcing of the battle, pushes around. Which, by the way, the Hell Knight didn't take his turn on your turn, by the way.
Oh.
Oh, well.
You can attack him.
I mean, I had commanded him to attack the doctor, but I don't know where the doctor is anymore, so I don't know.
The Hell Knight would probably follow, though. The Hell Knight it's kind of its own thing.
Yeah, can the Hell Knight even get in there?
We'll say they go simultaneously. Okay. The Hell Knight can move, can't get to the doctor. It's not at his size, unfortunately. It's kind of under Phyllis right now.
Okay.
It's getting real crowded over there at the teleporter. All right, so we'll say that battle happens, then he manages to push away. All right. It's now Hayden's turn. Hayden's going to attempt to push you off. Go ahead and make an acrobatics or athletics check. Your call.
About the same. That's a 11.
11. 14. You get pushed back off of the relay. And Hayden steps back up onto the teleporter as it begins to spin up once more. You can see the energy pulsing and glowing from underneath as it's beginning to prepare the process of teleportation.
This is the end, I'm afraid. You've lost. Goodbye.
All right. That brings us to...
They're so brief but impactful. Oh.
Really, your turn.
I don't want to shove again.
Can you shove again?
I'm going to shove him right back. I'm getting into a shoving fight.
Okay.
Athletics are so good.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Natural 1.
Oh, shit.
You managed to push yourself back.
You do. You kind of stumble back a bit.
Whip was too much.
Too much of a quip.
You can try again. It's technically as a shove, you can do it per attack since you have 2 attacks.
Oh, well, in that case.
Oh.
Natural 20 again. Holy shit.
Natural 1 again. Not natural 1, but a 1 again.
Wow.
That's pretty funny.
That's terrible.
Not moving. He is on the teleporter.
I'm irritated by this, so I'm going to try and jump up into the mechanism, the teleporter mechanism.
Okay.
With my movement.
Okay. So yeah, you jump and then you can double jump. So you leap again and you're now grabbing onto the top of the relay.
I'm pulling out my axe for the next round.
Okay. It's spinning up. Phyllis, it's your turn. Do you want to look for the crystal again?
Is there anything that I can do to help him with a move? Just a move.
A move? No, it just moves you around.
Yeah, I just don't have any useful attacks. I'll attack Hayden with a lost soul. Who should I send to him?
Whitney Houston.
Yeah, I mean that really is all we have left.
Yes, really. Here she comes. 15 plus 7, so that's 21, or 18.
18 does hit.
Yes.
That was with disadvantage too?
Yeah.
Nice.
6, 4 plus 4, wait, 6 plus 4 plus 4, 14.
14 points of necrotic damage. As it strikes him, the other leg kind of gives out for a second, and you can see Dr. Samuel Hayden is now looking very physically hurt. Both knees down onto the platform, but still on the platform as it's spinning up, looking up, hurt, scarred. The metal itself kind of looking scuffed and bent in places, and the light itself in the middle of his face is kind of flickering.
Very good. But there are always more bodies to transfer into.
Oh, gotta get him. I still can move. I float up to Krill, beside Krill, to be able to help him on his next move.
Okay. You got it. That brings us to you, Ichabod.
Well, my demon man would probably attack.
Yeah, he'd leap forward. Go ahead and make an attack with him. 2 attacks, actually.
Should I try to push him off or just? Just attack. He doesn't have disadvantage either.
Nope. He wasn't
so
there for it.
two attacks. That's cocked. That's terrible. 1 hits. 22 and
22 hits.
11.
Okay, let's go and roll damage.
This is 1d8.
Man.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage as the Hell Knight comes forward and rakes his claw against the front. You watch as Samuel Hayden grabs the side of the arm with one hand and kind of tries to resist it. The blade carves into the chest, shoves the Hell Knight back. Still stands.
Oh no, he's gonna get away.
He's gonna get away.
All right, top of the round is the Doomslayer's
Wait, no,
turn.
it's still my turn.
That's right, no, it's your turn. What you doing?
Can I see what's going on in there?
You can. You just see a bunch of sparks and people fighting and stuff, and the Doomslayer is making his way towards that terminal.
All right, I will go forward 20 feet.
Okay, 20 feet.
I will cast Flame Wall.
Okay.
In front of the Doomslayer.
Here?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice. And then I'll just go. Come on.
Draw him
The
up.
Doomslayer sees the wall go up, and then the head turns over in your direction. You can see the shine of the fire against the front of the helmet and the symbol of the Doomslayer, the warning in the demonic, runic language, knowing what fate shall come to you shortly.
I feel like voices are singing.
That's me.
Right.
All right, top of the round, it is the Doomslayer's turn. The Doomslayer is going to go ahead and pull out the plasma rifle. No. The ballista first. Pulls out the ballista, the weird alien-looking crossbow, and fires it at you.
I am Mancubus.
It's a 15 to hit.
We're all Mancubus.
Hits you, using up second ballista shot there. From the ballista shot, you take 24 points of plasma damage to the chest as it just blasts into your chest. The plasma itself piercing into the center and then kind of rocketing through your body. It's out of plasma blast. It's going to go ahead and now move to the combat shotgun. Sets the ballista away and then pulls out the combat shotgun. And it's going to go ahead and fire at you with that.
Just drop my. I'll take out my camera. Take a final picture, a final selfie of my smiling demon face as this happens.
26 to hit.
Sure, that hits.
It's a bad roll. 9 points of The firewall fades as you fall unconscious.
Oh, crap.
And the Doomslayer uses his movement to turn back around and enter the terminal relay.
At least he used up all his attack.
I don't know, did I? Is there more? More
Never
attacks?
No, that was all his attacks for the turn.
Okay, good. Worked.
The entire... Oh, and he takes... At the top of this round, I forgot the fire damage for everybody, but that's fine. He takes 8 points of fire damage, boost to 4, as the whole base began to heat up brighter and brighter and brighter. Samuel Hayden.
Ooh. Did that do it?
Of course, that's how it works out. So the heat of the chamber begins to heat up from beneath, and you watch as the metallic body of Dr. Samuel Hayden begin to spark and sputter as elements of the metal begins to almost liquefy upon contact of the surface of the teleporter as the body begins to shut down. The face looks up, the eye blinking centrally.
I just want you to know, I'm a doctor of, well, why would I ever tell you that?
Ultimate insult!
As the body collapses.
I'm gonna say zoology.
Liberal arts.
Biscuitology.
It's a liberal arts.
Clearly a PhD in liberal arts. Yeah.
The Doomslayer is going to use a legendary action.
Oh no.
It's a quick shot with the plasma rifle against you. As you are the one that's currently up on the teleportation relay. His one chance of himself escaping now there. It's going to go ahead and roll for an attack against you. That is 16 to hit.
Armor class of 16.
Just hits you. Alrighty. It's the shotgun blast. You take 11 points of piercing damage. Now it's your turn, Creel.
Mission is complete.
I am going to take two swings with the axe at the teleporter.
Wait, no, get out of there. Our mission is complete.
I'm gonna take him with us. Nope, I'm gonna take him with us.
How?
That's a 8 to hit the teleporter.
That's a miss.
I can't believe I have disadvantage on all of these.
I know. You strike and the axe just scrapes off the metal. You hit and damage and sever some of the tubes, but nothing that seems to be vital to the operation of the teleporter.
Again. Come on. That's a 11 to hit.
11. Once again, you can't seem to cut into this thing. It is built very sturdy.
I am going to swing around to the other side of this thing in an attempt to get some coverage from the Doomslayer.
Okay, so you crawl around. There you go. Mm-hmm. End of your turn.
Yep.
Doomslayer's going to go ahead and take another quick shot. This is going to be you, Phyllis.
Okay.
That is 15 to hit. Okay. You take 22 points of piercing damage.
Oh, gee. One more than
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, no. Phyllis drops from the air onto the ground.
Does the...
Phyllis, it's your turn. Roll a death save for me.
You got me feeling
Oh no. Regrets. 12. Is there a thing? Wisdom?
12? That's a success. So mark that as a success.
Do you take fire damage on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah,
because you are on the ground. So you do also take a death save because you were hurt by the fire on the ground.
So one of these as well. Yeah, this is final death.
All right. Coming. Top of the round. Doomslayer takes 12 points of fire damage, reduced to 6.
There's a demon in there.
I know.
There is. Can you attack?
No. The demon actually should have attacked the Doomslayer, so go ahead and roll some attacks. Or do what it wants to. It's just going after... The Simon Hayden's gone, so the demon's just going after the Doomslayers. Roll 2 attacks against the Doomslayer.
Yeah, they're both real good. 22 or 21 and a 17?
17 misses.
Okay.
Wow. Great horse suit, unfortunately. But one does hit.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. The Hell Knight rakes into the front of the chest. All right, it is now the Doomslayer's turn. The Doomslayer, seeing how things are going, is going to go ahead and step into the teleporter as it begins to light up around.
Oh, if he leaves.
It's a Doomslayer!
He's not done. He's invincible.
And from that...
Oh, it was my turn, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'll roll a
death
death save.
But you would take damage too because of the fire ground.
Yep, so that's 2 fails.
Alrighty. The Doomslayer could take a shot for you, but is going instead holding the teleporter, which is more important to it at the moment. That brings us to your turn.
I'll take another 2 swipes of the teleporter. Come on. Oh, that's better. 18 to hit the teleporter.
18 will hit.
That's all right. That's 14 points of slashing damage.
As you're holding onto the side, the light glowing beneath, you watch as the Doomslayer steps into the space and the air itself begins to alight with argent energy. The systems that are taxing and overloading the whole room is shaking as the mechanics to this teleporter are preparing to shut down just from the sheer amount of heat and energy that is pushing through this soon to melt down military base. And as it's about to flash and send him to wherever the coordinates previously were correctly set, since the gem was never found or disrupted, you reach him with your axe and slam it into the base of the spire that holds the top of the teleporter. As it does, sparks fly out, the lights flicker, and the entire thing swings off to the side and slams into the wall. And all the energy fades. The room goes dark, other than the increasing red, unearthly glow as the entirety of this base is now heading to a terrible fate. You get to watch and stare down the Doomslayer, knowing that he has nowhere to go. Steps up to you, falling to the ground after tumbling with the collapse of the porter. Takes a shotgun, puts it right to your forehead. That's the last you see.
Yep.
As the...
Worth it!
As the...
My Death Knight is like, what's going on?
The armies outside themselves battling against the denizens of hell glance over and watch as the mesa itself suddenly begins to collapse into the ground. The base destroyed. The Argent Hammer tech seemingly lost, at least for now. Dr. Samuel Hayden's body destroyed. The Doomslayer not killed, but for the time being, sealed away in the depths of whatever Armoros now lies, sunken in the battlefields of the hellscape now called Earth. And that's where we're going to finish our game today.
Yeah!
Well done, guys! Well done. It was a TPK and a success.
Yes! How would we have made it out of there ever, though?
So, yeah, there's a...
Possible elements there. There were different ideas. The meltdown is definitely one of the ways you could seal him. There were ways where if you could mess with the crystal without the Doctor or the Doomslayer knowing, you could have let them either go in there trying to escape and they've been ported to wherever the relay was offset, or you could shove them into it if you managed to get the battle there. There were elements where you could just try and utilizing some of the dangerous chambers and managed to find ways to keep him in there. You could have slowly brought him to 0 hit points that wouldn't have died, but it would have given you an opportunity to escape after killing Hayden or preventing Hayden from escaping. The Doomslayer was not meant to be destroyed, but just to escape from, but the main objective was to get Hayden. So, which you did. You did. Yeah. Well done, guys. That was awesome.
I've never been so happy in death.
That was glorious.
Let's bring a quick guest to the table if we can. A huge thank you to the majestic and incredible Darren DePaul. Scoot in a bit that way.
I'm moving.
There we go. Darren, thank you for helping.
Of course.
Part of this, for those,
now, this could be in canon. The only image we have seen of Hayden is the legs are gone. He's hanging up by, he's pretty much destroyed. The only thing we've seen for Doom Eternal. Mm-hmm. So could this be canon? Maybe.
I'm saying it is. Yeah.
You mean a demon called Phyllis could be canon?
I cannot say any of this.
Well, I am the voice of him, so I will postulate that it is within the realm of possibility.
There you go. It's a fun thought experiment.
Indeed.
I like it.
Indeed.
But yeah, to that point, for those who are unaware, Darren DePaul, on top of being just a dear friend and friend of the show, has guested with us on many things, is the voice of Dr. Samuel Hayden in Doom and Doom Eternal.
Doctor of what?
I guess you have to play the new game to find out. But thank you very much for working with me and having fun with the...
Thank you for thinking all this up. It was delightful watching these wonderful performers, this story unfold. I was just over there in utter joy. It was an amazing night. You guys are really.
Big thanks to you guys, Taliesin, Anjali, Jasmine, Sam, Laura. You guys were so much fun to play.
That was great.
With,
and you scary thing.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Big thank you to our amazing crew who's been working really hard to put all this together. You guys did great in building this set and building the atmosphere and everything. It's been great. A huge thank you to Bethesda and id Software for partnering with us to do this. and for letting me play with your music and play with your world, and for being so awesome and proactive and working with this. Not all sponsored one-shots we do have as much involvement as you guys have been, and it's been really cool to kind of build this with you guys. So thank you all for watching, and hopefully enjoying this weird and wild experience and story within the world of Doom. Check out Doom Eternal, which if you're watching this live or the week of, it's coming out that Friday, March 20th, across all main systems. Super excited. Can't wait to play myself. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful night. We love you very much. And is it Thursday yet?